Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. And we are getting ready for the live show. Hope everybody is having a great day out there, doing their thing. Ooh, I see a little echo back there. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. We're about to get it going. Drink your water, get started. Let's get this day going. Okay. We're going to get in to the elephant in the room, Bitcoin. We're going to have a great show today. I'm super excited to talk about the news, talk about Ethereum, talk about what's happening. It's great when things are good for the space. That's about a good point on ADA. What about sell Bitcoin soon for some buyback, later retrace? Okay, shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thinking of selling off some Bitcoin for XLM for a while. Any thoughts? Hey, we'll look, snuck off to a quiet spot at work to watch the stream. Smart man. I'll make it better. I'll make it worth your while. The 5 minutes before the live starts are always the longest 5 minutes in existence. You guys are hilarious. Please, let's get those likes up. 25 people watching. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the movement going. Let's get the energy flowing in the room. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Let's get into Bitcoin and talk about what we see. And you can see the title today of the show. Bitcoin holds 50K. Why 75K is coming faster than you think. Focus on your alt accumulation and on-demand TA. That's what the OD stands for, on-demand TA. I figured many people wouldn't understand what I was saying. Anyway, let's break it down right now for Bitcoin. So, first thing I want to do is give you the overall picture of the health of Bitcoin on the daily. The daily chart will tell you a lot of information. It'll really kind of hold water. It'll show you what is going down for Bitcoin. Now, right now, we had our low. We had a higher low. We had another higher low. And we put in, yes, a third 1, 2, 3, 4 higher lows in a row and 5 compared to this one. That's a good sign. Look at the last time we did that. It was very similar to this area here. Higher lows moving on up. And you can see it wasn't like this. It wasn't like that. It was more like this, apparently coming back to previous resistance where this candle would close right here. So candle would close, candles would close. So we see that we have resistance at $52,350, about $52,370. There is our resistance for Bitcoin right off the jump, we are so fresh, crispy looking. The stream AM. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Awesome. So check it out. Let's break it down. All right. So we see Bitcoin in this beautiful pennant doing its thing. We see that the MACD is pointing to the upside right here. And we see that the stochastics RSI also want to juice us a little bit to the upside. So what did I see here for Bitcoin? I see it continuing to the upside on the daily. So a couple weeks from now, easily breaking the all-time high. And then on its way to the measured move, $77,860. We'll call it $75K to be safe. But just like I was calling for $54K, there's a big chance that Bitcoin goes and continues to the upside. Now, let me break down the bearish case for you and the bullish case. So here's the bullish case. Daily overall is telling us that we're going to the upside. All right. Now let's check the 3-day and see what we get for the 3-day on this on the stochastics. 3-day still pointing to the downside, telling us that we're not done resetting. But as you can see, as this has been going down, we've been going to the upside. I tell people that is a catalyst for a big move. Now we didn't get it here. We came to the downside. All right. But when we did get it, we got it back here. And when we get it, and you guys are like, get what? Well, I'm showing you is when right here. So we fell down, and even right here. See this? I'll take my movement from where the stochastic starts to fall. And what we want to look at is we're looking at this area here. Let me show you guys what's going on. We're looking at this area in the stochastics RSI where they turn to the downside in between the blue. So we're going to focus on the area in between the blue right now. I'm going to give you some key insight, something to show you guys something real fast. Now, you'll see we also have the same area here on the price. Now, if we were to take, that was a swing down on the stochastic. Okay. But if we were to go over here, we see that it was kind of, from there it's down, but from the bottom, it's like a swing up, right? You can see we're clearly going to the upside. So that tells me that a bigger move is brewing and that there's momentum pushing us to the upside. It's almost like people are buying behind your back is really what it's telling us. It's like the OTC China companies buying up. This is really what's going on behind our back. And Bitcoin is brewing for a move. So how do I know that? It's because I'm very keen on these oscillators and I watch them very, very closely. So let's take a look at what we have here now. I'll put some lines here where we have and this is coming to the downside yet again, clearly. But this is going to the upside, right? And that's a bit of hidden bullish divergence too as well, even though it's not textbook. And there it is too, okay? When this angle is extremely angled to the upside, we take the same down period as right there and we go, it's about a flat line. That tells me that the trend will continue to the upside. So it looks like we're going to the upside for Bitcoin. This is what's brewing. Even the 3-day is suggesting a big move for Bitcoin. So overall health of Bitcoin looking well. Let's look at another idea possibly for Bitcoin. Okay. Now we're forming this channel. We were in this downward momentum channel. It was clear to me, right? But we broke on out and we're starting a new trend to the upside. And we're starting this channel now. See this? Bit of a rising wedge. 68% chance to break to the downside. We're holding the low here with the 21-day moving average. Okay. When I zoom into the stochastics RSI, we haven't flipped up yet, but this is suggesting that there's a possible chance that we don't go all the way to the bottom, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now, the 4-hour is bearish, telling me that we reset. Last night, I thought we would reset all the way back down to about 40K, you know? So here was another scenario I had. So I'm always building a few scenarios for myself, at least, so I'm ready. So I don't say I know it all. Possible chance we were in this pattern here. Okay, we just broke to the downside. And we could even put us in this pattern here as well. And you can break the rules once you know the rules. So you see me making different patterns. You're like, well, a lifer though, you say to use this. And I do. I do say that. I do. Now, again, to me, pretty much a breakout. And we could even find, we could start including it in here and saying it's still in this symmetrical triangle pennant in some shape or form. But I like what we're seeing here. It looks like we're going to go sideways as the 4 hour really starts to make its way down to the oversold region. And also, like an altcoin, just treat it like an altcoin. Everything that I teach you guys, can you put it in a bowl? Yes, it's a good idea here. And look, this is a bit of a cup and handle. I've been seeing this play out as a cup and handle. Not perfect, but that's a bit of a cup and handle there for Bitcoin. And then you can take the length of this pole. That's going to give you your measured move out of this. Even on the 4 hour. That's giving us $85,000 Bitcoin. So you heard it here first, man. No one else has been projecting this. I've been doing this over and over again for a long time. I go over the bigger time frames, the daily, the 3-day. I go over the smaller time frames. We build a picture for Bitcoin, and we begin to see what's going on. So, immediate short term looks a little bearish, but I believe we go sideways. Also, the 1 hour has double bottomed and pointing to the upside. That is telling us that we're probably going to break out of this falling wedge, out of this, this pennant and break this top trend line here. High chance that we break this top trend line. High chance we break this top trend line. So, Bitcoin on the 1 hour looking bullish to me. So it tells me that throughout the day, next 6, 7, 8 hours, it looks like Bitcoin's going to be going to the upside, right? How do you get in on a trade? What do you want to do? You could look at the 15-minute and don't look at it religiously, but just use it for your entry. It tells you that we're probably going to come back down to the bottom of the trend line one last time before we break on out. So your limit orders are right here in this area, 47, 49,000, 48.9, maybe 47,750 if you get a wick, right? But it looks like there's a chance we come down here. We may not get that low because the 200-day moving average is creeping through. That becomes a catalyst for the price to bounce. So I'd ladder in here. If I was going to make a trade in Bitcoin, I'd make 4 or 5 different limit orders. 49.3, 49.5. This area here is where I would be laddering into Bitcoin. Okay, this would be my suggestive area because it will come back down and you could catch it if it bounces off the 200-day moving average. So you wait for this to come down, which is going to take about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Probably see Bitcoin holding at 49.5. So it's going to play games with 50K. Whoever's psychologically watching 50K and doesn't see this pattern is going to think, oh, it's breaking 50K again. But I'm pretty sure we're staying. Look, higher lows again as well. There's your low, higher low, higher low. 3 in a row on the 15-minute, doing its thing in the last few days. So, very bullish on Bitcoin. After total 2, Bitcoin dominance. Can we look at GRT? Yes, we can. And thank you so much for asking that. It lets me know that you're on point with what's going on. So there's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I gave you an $85,000 target, a $75,000 target. 2 big targets for Bitcoin. Probably by mid-April into May, I believe we can start barking at 100K. All right. Now I showed you the 15-minute looks a little bearish, but for the most part, the 1 hour looks bullish and the 4 hour looks like we're going sideways, even though it does look somewhat bearish. So shout out to everyone on the live stream. 24 likes, 51 people. Can we get the likes to match the viewership? All favorites, Luna, Vitor, Theta, have all 50% plus. Amazing, man. Amazing. Gee, I wonder if anyone predicted non-fungible yearn. You know, it's funny. I was told about non-fungible yearn right when it came out. A friend of mine told me to get into it, DM me personally, and I didn't make the call. I didn't jump on it. You know, I can't jump on everything. And, so, yeah. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. What is it doing? All right. Dami. What do you want out of us? All right, let's take a look at it. Looking at Bitcoin dominance. Now, I suggested that we're in this chop, and it doesn't look like we're going to get out of this chop anytime soon. This is making a bearish pennant that's getting tighter and tighter until it falls to the downside. I like what I'm seeing right now. I like what I'm seeing. Daily has bearish momentum. We're still down here. Okay. We are getting to the end. We could have a little bit of a pop, but for the most part right now, we are falling to the downside, right? Also, let's take a look at what the stochastics are doing on the 4 hour. They're pointed to the upside, but I've seen them do this and come back to the downside. But we could get a little push. As I told you, Bitcoin is looking slightly bullish. All right, so now we see Bitcoin dominance doing its thing, okay? Right here. And I think it's going to fall to the downside, and that's what the chart is suggesting. Look at the 3-day, which is a bigger time frame. Also looks like it's kind of trying to come back up, but not a lot of momentum. You can see not a lot of momentum, forming a shoulder head, a bit of a head and shoulder pattern too. A bit of a head and shoulder. So, yeah, this is just continuing to the downside. Bitcoin dominance, man. It's gearing up for a big alt season. A big alt season. If you want to put it in a giant channel, which is kind of hard, but it's not easy to do. Something like this even. Is it in this channel? Is it going to come all the way down here to 28? I don't think so. Where was it low? The low was 36. When was that? Back in December of 2017. The bull run. The dominance got very low. Could we get down low to a double bottom? We shall see. But so far, we do suggest a little bit of upward momentum, but it's fighting itself. So in the overall scheme of things, dominance does not look healthy. It just does not. It's forming a bearish pattern that wants to break to the downside. So dominance looking good for us for our altcoins. Nothing too crazy, nothing to worry about in my opinion. I like what I see for dominance. So dominance is kind of being kept in a nice place. Let's look at the dollar index now. Dollar index. Reason we want to look at the dollar index is when the dollar pumps, it's bad for Bitcoin. Okay. Inherently, when the dollar goes down, Bitcoin goes to the upside, just inherently. This stimulus should not be pumping the dollar. I had the dollar in this bear pennant, very similar to Bitcoin dominance, and we should have broken to the downside. As you can see, we were in this bit of a downward momentum spiral here. Now, we are in this falling wedge for Bitcoin, for the dollar index. Dollar index and Bitcoin dominance are very similar to me because I don't want them going up. I want them both going to the downside, you know. So check it out. We're in this falling wedge. We're starting to break to the upside, but this is like major resistance here. And we're actually, with everything we could on the daily, we got overbought at this point. That's the highest they could bring us, man. That's the best they could do. They got nothing left. There is a double bottom sideways on this action, but they got nothing left. This could do a double top. Maybe we get a little more action. But look, rejection by the 200-day moving average is highly likely, just like a bounce off the 200-day moving average is highly likely. So here, look, rejection, two rejections before we really pull off above it. So also see this giant double top, which to me needs to play out. If we take the measured move of this double top, it's this middle part to this area here, and we swing it over. And that could bring the dollar all the way back on a Bart Simpson pattern, back to 74. So I am very bearish on the dollar right now, especially with the oscillators looking what they're looking. So this is a good sign. Even though they're trying to pump it, they're doing what they can. The last couple days, they've been pumping the dollar. Look, 1, 2, 3 pumps for the dollar, but it's not going to last, man. The second people get their stimulus, you think they're holding the dollar? No, they are dumping it as fast as possible. As fast as possible. Engine coin having some big moves the last few days. Might want to take some profits. It looks like it'll have one more run if these stochastics push up. At that point, I would be looking to shave some profits. Look, we're going to come up one more leg, it looks like. And then that's going to be your run, in my opinion. And you're going to want to take some profits when if this gets up any more. I would sell at least 10 to 20% already. You want to start scaling out of these. That was a big move from 39 cents when we started talking about it. Putting you down here, right? 50 cents. And boom, break to the upside. So just engine coin, something to think about. Now we're going to look at total and total too. We're going to run through the show fast today. We're doing really, really good. Thank you. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Rounded top on the DXY. Bar double top. Yeah, SXP flying. How do you feel about Fala Network? Yeah, been given SXP for a week. Right? Let's take a look. SXP has a lot of news. People finally starting to find out what it was. When it first came out, I thought it was a substantial project. I could not believe what they did to it. Bringing it from $1 to $5 to crash it all the way back to like 70, 60 cents again. That was insane. Absolutely insane. So far, kind of creepy. Look at my projection for total too. Following kind of what I'm saying to a T. Pretty weird, right? Look at that. They don't have to be exactly perfect, but they're pretty much matching each other pretty well. You can fit this in here. You can fit that in there. Pretty nuts, right? So what this suggests is we come up. We slowly kind of make our way. And then we get a big dump. A big dump, as low as we were like a week ago, and everyone starts freaking out again. And then we kind of caress ourselves out. Another kind of a dump, and then we're on our way. It looks like March is just going to be that month. That month that has to take the brute pain of the up and down period so we can boom on out for April and May. Look at Hoj, man. It's exploding. About to break up again. No worries, man. Have you heard about the BSE pad, BSE View, and their launch with Ferrum? No, man. This is awesome news. Did you see Viking Swap scammed people? No, I did not. Waiting for that alt season. Just picked up some GRT yesterday. Couldn't resist. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Me too. I like grabbing me some GRT. So here's the projection. Now we go to the daily. What is total? Total is the entire market cap. This is how we knew we were going to have a pullback at the measured move. See, this was my measured move up here, and I said we probably have a pullback. I ended up taking this fractal here, making it big and putting it right here. And this is how we projected where Bitcoin was going to go. It's the same fractal here. It does the same thing. It just gets bigger each time. Isn't that funny? Small, big, bigger. It's like Goldilocks and the three bears. This is the third bear. Okay? So check it out. GM Smokehouse went up in smoke this weekend. Yeah, man. I sold all my smoke. You got to be, I made a video about how to farm like a boss, but my video really wasn't about smoke. Like if you could see the video, like I never said buy smoke. I think smoke could turn you into millionaires. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you look at my videos, like my projection videos, that video is really just trying to teach you how to farm like a boss. Like how you're supposed to do it. You want to yield, farm, take the stake, move the yield to the stake, flip. You want to flip it as fast as you can, as many 4 or 5 days, and then you're out. I sold all my smoke at 270, no lie. All my smoke at 270. Would we correct from 80K before we reach 100K? Did you see the ramen rug pull? Quick thoughts on the new ETH news. We're going to spend a lot of time on the ETH news, so I don't think we're going to spend quick thoughts on that. But it's good. It's good. Viking went from $6 to 30 cents. Yeah, Viking, all these things were shady, man. I'm telling you. Shady rug pulls. I don't like it, too. Why BSC would allow it. Like, they should really make sure that the people jumping on there have somewhat... are vetted in some shape or form, in my opinion. Anyway, so total 2, man. Let me just kind of take off this work for you, but this is looking like what's going to happen. I feel like we're going to form this pennant, right? And so far, it's like too close to my projection for me to feel like it's not happening. It's too close. It's too close. Look at it. It's doing pretty much what I think it's going to be doing. Right? So I'm not going to be surprised when we have our major dump mid-March, March 20th, 17th to the 20th, something in this area, we get that dump. Now, I'm not saying I'm a magician and I'm guaranteeing this stuff, but it's pretty obvious this is what's going to occur. We take a look at the daily, right? Daily still wants to go. So we're just beginning. So hey, we're still good on those on the stochastics and on the MACD. It's telling us not to worry about the market cap, right? Look at that 3-day. 3-day still wants to come down, but it's starting to point up again. It is starting to point up. Downward momentum, but starting to come to the upside. So it's interesting. It's suggesting that we're going to see that chop that we usually get. Hello? Hello? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let me call you back right now. I'm just busy doing something. I'll have my wife call you guys back, and we'll probably come in maybe tomorrow.
Okay, I'll put a note in the chart, okay? So when he calls back, go ahead and
Thank you so much. Okay, so check it out. That's for my baby. Hospital calling about the baby, right? They want a weight check. Weight check on the baby. They're all about like trying to force you into, I'm going to have to change my ETH gas stake tag to something more positive soon. Yeah, how do you grab the candles like that? How to grab candles like that, you go to here and you hit bars pattern, and then you kind of just go over whatever bar pattern you want, like from here to here, and then it'll grab those candles for you like that, and then you can project them and put them where you want. So I'm always using this as a projection tool, and this is why you come to this channel every day, because I'm doing things a little differently than most. Once you get into TA and you master TA, you get into projections. You start seeing so much stuff. You start kind of getting really experimental and imaginative in your work. And you're like, well, would this go? Is this possible? And that's why I'm here for you guys. I am pushing the boundaries of my creative thoughts to try to find out where Bitcoin is going to go using everything I have in my toolbox. And it seems to be helping me out very well, having this strange, different perspective, because so far so good. I'm able to kind of ride these waves and see what is going down, when to accumulate and why. And it helps me. Again, that's why you should join the Patreon, because this is the type of information that I'm going to help guide you through this bull run. It's not just about today and tomorrow. It's about how you're going to get out of this bull run a wealthy person without holding bags to the very end, because many people are going to hold bags to the very end. They really are. Now we're going to take a look at Total 2. This is the entire market cap of the altcoins. Now, Total 2 doing something a little different. I thought it was going to form this wedge here, right? This bigger pattern, and come up, come down. And I think there's a chance we do form this pattern, all right? Something like this, suggested of it in nature. However, we could be just breaking up this rising wedge. We're going to watch this area here, $660 billion. We're at 605. We went all the way up to 663 billion. Or almost 670. That was really the high. Came all the way back down to retrace to a 465. They would take that much out of the market cap, about $300 billion. Can you believe that? So they bring us all the way to 7, then crash us all the way back down, 31%. All right. Amazing. So now we're consolidating here. Looks like we clearly hit a bottom. These were the prices you really wanted to start getting. We may come down and test them a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I believe some alts and most alts are recovering, and we're on our way on out. So this is what we're seeing here. For the total market cap, I like what we're seeing. The 1 hour suggests that we have basically the afternoon or the day for more upside on the altcoins. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour suggests nil. 4 hour suggests that it's time. Look, a bit of a head and shoulder on these alts. So it tells you that the alts may be hard to trade for the next week, at least until Wednesday or Thursday. That's what we're suggesting here as we continue and come to the downside. So watch that. That's going to be close. Look at the daily. Daily's pointing to the upside. So for the most part, it says, okay, we're going to get through this, and it's telling us that eventually we're going to the upside. I do see a target here of $921 billion. So I see us going to that $1 trillion mark for all the altcoins. So we've looked at the total scope of the day, right? If you're not doing this before you trade, you're doing yourself a disservice. If you're just looking at your one coin and trying to figure out what's happening, something's going to happen to your one coin and you're not going to know why. You're going to be like, why is this happening? Because you didn't go over Bitcoin dominance, total too, even the dollar index. You can even throw in DeFi perp, which is really cool. Let me show you DeFi perp. It's all of DeFi. It's Aave, it's Uni. It's basically the top like 30 DeFi coins. So let me show you what DeFi perp is. And also, you don't understand this stuff until you get really, you kind of go hard with it. So this is DeFi perp. This is all of DeFi. And the daily is looking very, very hot to drop. So DeFi is looking extremely bullish. I think it's just getting ready for its another very large leg up. I think we're going to have a way bigger DeFi season than we had in August. Look at cup and handle there. There's your cup. There's your handle. Look for DeFi to continue with the daily about to have a MACD cross. I see DeFi getting all the way up to this 400, doubling in value. Okay. Aave, Uni, Sushi. Okay, thanks. Dude, DSLA and Reeve. DSLA. All right, you've been talking about DSLA a lot. DSLA. All right. For wrapped ether on Uniswap. That's all we can get it for, though. Okay, doing good against the ETH. So far, so good. Came down to the bottom. Wow. So this thing doesn't have a lot of information. We'll go for the 4 hour to kind of really get our bearings. So 4 hour says we're getting a little spent. But what I see is I do see this double bottom forming. Okay. I also see a bit of a cup and handle here. So let's break it down. There's our cup for sure, without a doubt in my mind. That's a cup, all right? And there's our handle, kind of strange diamond, bit of a strange handle. As always, great streams. Could you give your opinion on the BSC pad and the BSC starter launch pad for pre-sales? Well, let's take a look, man. Thank you so much. It's on the swap dexes 1-inch and uni also. Yeah. Shout out to the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man, for the SEC. I'm not sure what the SEC is. I'm gonna have to look up what the SEC is one day. We'll Google that. Okay, so we have a boom here and a boom here. All right, so I see this continuing to the upside. I feel like it has a lot of upside, and there's not a lot of down period here, like right there. No more callers. We have a winner. Okay. Thank you so much for the 99 cents, man. Every little bit helps. Really, really appreciate it. Andy Garcia up in the spot, man. Thank you guys so much. All right. BSC pad flu. See, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, man. All right, so check it out. DSLA still looking pretty good. I like where it's going. 4 hour suggests that we do come to the downside, though. Maybe we test. Looks like we're gonna test this green line one last time at that 17892 area. So 0.0000000178992 ETH. But I like what we're seeing for DSLA. All right, I like what we're seeing. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. What's gonna happen today? Looks like it's going to struggle today. It may go up a little more, but continue to the downside. All the guys should super chat Lifer. He's a legend, always teaching. Thank you so much, Credo. Thank you so much for the super chats. Every single one of you guys. You rock. You rock. You can stake like 10 main tokens on DSL at mainnet coming soon. Reef, patience. 10x needs patience. Yeah. Hello to all. Thank you for your work. Can you tell us about bake and burgers? All right, let's get into it all. Hold on. We got a lot of tickers coming in. Hold up 1 second here. Let's slow it down. All right. Right off the bat, DSLA, right? Bitcoin daily chart gave me a nice push. I posted the chart in Telegram. Maybe you see it too. Yeah, I saw it. Do DSLA and Reef. DSLA, please. DSLA mainnet coming. VeChain and Reef. Everyone wants to know what's going on with Reef. So let's get down. Let's break down Reef for you guys. All right, and let's see what's going on with Reef. Oh, Reef, what are you doing, Reef? I feel like anything above 3 cents is good for Reef. I like what we're seeing here. This is a bit of a cup and handle for Reef. You just hold these. They break to the outside very nicely. You just wait them out. It's also a falling wedge, broke to the upside with a bull pennant. So I like what I'm seeing here. Beautiful consolidation for Reef, forming this beautiful cup and handle on the 1 hour. I see Reef getting all the way up here to 6, 8, so almost 7 cents not too long from now. I like what I'm seeing for Reef on the 1 hour, suggesting that we could break on out. 1 hour, look, we hit the bottom of the pattern with the 200-day moving average. That's suggesting that we're beginning to break out. That would be my last place to accumulate. Look, you're at the bottom of the pattern. I go over this a lot, but you're at the bottom of the pattern. You got a highlighter and they don't make it yellow. I mean, you got to make it yellow, no? They gave you a highlighter and it's got to be like a bright yellow, though. Anyway, so there's the area where you want to get in, right? I thought I made it bright yellow. There. Highlight. I mean, it's a highlighter, right? Like, let's. Anyway, visibility for seconds, weeks. Anyway, check it out. So there's our area. And let's zoom on in here. That's it. And again, let's break it down. Let's break down what we talk about on the bigger time frames and see if we see something on a smaller. Well, it's a falling wedge with the interactive 200-day moving average coming through the bottom. We see that on the 4 hour on the bigger time frames. That's what we saw right here on this bigger time frame. So it's another suggestive idea that you're getting close to the bottom. Double bottom here as well. I like what we're seeing here for Reef. Now I go to that 15 minute. 15 minute wants to come down. Says there's one last touch. Telling you, man, we're forming this beautiful wedge for Reef, and it's only a matter of time for Reef to break out. You hold it and you wait for the pump, man. And one day you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, oh my God, Reef is up like unbelievable amounts. My trades are CTSI, Anchor, RSI, Sushi, Uni, AV, Link, Iris, and SXP. Yes, looks like my chart, Reef. Everything on ETH is doing very good right now. Thoughts on FEG? A friend invested 600 2 weeks ago. Now he has 20K. I'm about to invest 600. It has 100x potential for real. I just get depressed when I see someone already make it. I look for my next FEG instead of jumping on FEG, you know. Just me. But you do whatever makes you happy, right? It's up to you completely, right? I'm in RSR, CTSI, AVE. The fam is great. Thank you for asking. Bitcoin daily chart. Give me a nice push. Yeah. Trying to stay up with all these RSR. Let's take a look at RSR. Let's take a look at VeChain. But I'm right in the R, so we'll go to RSR and then we'll go to VeChain. All right. Funny, remember that call I gave on Rose and I told everyone to be careful, to be patient? It's just funny, right? Way back in the day, I had that call on Rose and people were like, oh, Rose didn't do much. Just be patient. Be patient. If you were patient in this game, you made so much money. You know, this game really blesses the patient. It really does. So, let's take a look. So, we had our buy zone, our sell zone. This is why you hit my sell zone. Look, you would have bought right here. You would have sold up here. It crashed all the way back down. There's a reason why you want to sell at my targets. There's a reason why you want to sell at my targets. But shout out to anyone that took that call. 63% gains out of that one. Now came back down. Look what it's forming. Inverted head and shoulder. Am I wrong? So you want to start building the next picture for the next move. So RSR, we're going to see, is in the inverted. We have our left shoulder. We have our giant head with a double bottom on the head. We have our right shoulder. Okay. We have a crazy neckline right here. High neckline. One of the highest necklines I've seen for a head and shoulder. The higher the neckline, the better. The more explosive the move to the upside. To me, it came up and it retested. So you'd want to draw this line. Sometimes it's slanted. You want to make the connection on this line here. This is important. See this? They're drawing this stuff, man. And you can see it's not uncanny that we would break here. We're getting very close to all-time highs as well. I like that. Because we could have a pattern down here that's going to break out, but not even breaking out to all-time high. Now you have the inverted head and shoulder breaking out to all-time high. So RSR, number one, it's talked about it a lot. A lot of the young kids like RSR too. They seem to have broken into Generation Z a little bit. I see kids in their 20s, their mid-20s, even into the late teens, talking about RSR. It seems to be making its way through different age groups. So RSR, man, that's something just to think about as well. 64 people watching, 37 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? It's just not the lifer way to watch the live stream, participate, and not hit that like. It would be awesome if you did. The young lifer, shout out to the big lifer. Shout out to the young lifer, man. Thank you so much for coming on in. I mean, Hoj about to make millions. Binance Smart Chain should be vetting the coins on their network, and I think that will happen with BSC Pad because they're working with Ferrum. Ferrum works as advisors on cryptos and prep them for launch. I totally agree. And shout out to the super chat about BSC Pad and BSC Starter. I don't know much about it yet, so I don't want to start running my mouth about it, right? Sad that Viking and all these other things went down the tubes. BSC Starter. Is this the BSC Pad? Watch this if you missed the BSC Pad. So watch this if you missed BSC Pad. I guess I did miss BSC Pad, man. It's funny, man. No one put BSC Pad on the radar. And that's why, guys, like, we all got to work together. I can't find every single coin, and I can't be on every single coin, right? As hard as I can try, as much as I can work, I'm going to need you guys to put in the same amount of effort that I'm putting in so we can be a very insane group, right? A very insane group. Polkadot. Shout out to Don Mitchell, Wiglevin. Shout out to Mohammed Samsadian. Shout out to Bagel ×2. What do you think about Elliott wave theory? I think it works. I think it's cool. I don't use it. I've never had to use it for my predictions. So, I've never had to make it for my predictions. I've never had to use it, So, I think I do it in a way, though. I kind of somewhat do it in a way anyway. But so I don't know much about the BSC Pad. I'm gonna have to get on my stuff and know more about it. Let's take a look at what happened. CoinGecko, can we look it up? Apparently it exploded. BSC Pad. Okay. up 332% in 7 days. This thing came out at 36 cents on March 1st. I didn't even hear about it. I didn't even know about it. Did not know anything about it. Let's at bscpad.com. The BSC Launchpad is the first decentralized IDO platform for the Binance Smart Chain network. Interesting. Projects open now. View all the projects. Projects closed. The BSC pad was the first one. 1 BUSD equals 50 maximum. Access private. Interesting. So how do we have access? BSC View coming soon. Opening to be announced. So if you missed BSC pad, we'll be getting into BSC View. So I guess I'll be on that. And that's what happens, right? You miss something, you schedule yourself for the next one, right? That's the best you can do. You missed the train, you get on the next one, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. Now we look at the 4 hour for RSR. It suggests that it wants to come to the downside. So I want to see us hold this level. Now we may not. We may come down a little bit. But remember, we're very close to the all-time high, all right? Very, very close. And you see we have this inverted head and shoulder. You can also see, to me, we're breaking out of this. Breaking out of this falling wedge that we were in. You see? And then you get a bigger measured move as well. So shout out to everyone in RSR doing its thing. Look like it's going to easily hit the target. And then it's going to be in price discovery yet again. And I see it going all the way up to 10 cents. So RSR doing its thing. All right. BSC pad is quite expensive now. Low market cap. BSC start is supposed to be a more fair pre-sale. BSC pad on Pancake Swap. Hey guys, yeah. Did you hear about the hack paid guy? Yes, I did hear about the hack, the paid hack. 5K% in 1 week. Right, 5,000% in 1 week. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, guys, if you buy the pad, like, let us know. Like, I didn't see anyone in my group say anything about BCS pad. So, like, I'm getting a little sour that I missed it. So I'm kind of barking at my subs. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, you know, if you get into something, post it in the group. Let people know. DM me personally and say, hey, Lifer, I'm looking at this project. I think it's really good. People do that. And I appreciate the people that do it. How about B Pro? Never heard of it. DSLA still cheap. Buenos dias, Lifers. Shout out to Coste. Stake 1. Atom, EGLD, and more. Wow, you can stake all those on DSLA. What do you think about Anchor? I think Anchor's a great project and it's going to move to the upside. Ali, are you still in MFT, Ali? Let's take a look at MFT. I mean, Hogue made millions. Phantom. Okay, I'm going to give you my next big move. All right, my next call. Right now, I'm getting it to Atom BTC. And I gave that to my Patreon. I explained how I'm doing that. I'm not going to get into it. But in my Patreon, I give in-depth knowledge of how I'm getting into trades, how I build the trade. I even show the exact trades, the amount I'm putting into trades. My Patreons are getting exclusive information that I'm not giving out here. Just bringing that out. And because they're paying me a monthly fee, I feel like I owe them that. I got to give them something a little extra, a little sweet, right? A little sweet sauce on that chicken nugget. So, right here, I like what I'm seeing here. Bottoming it out at the 618. Bottoming out at the 618 for Phantom in the golden pocket. I don't know, 90% of the time, had I just accumulated here in this golden pocket, I would have done great. So I see this continuing to the upside. Measured move here. A good 169% gains coming to $1.24 for Phantom. So I see $1. That's actually going to be a triple up almost. Yeah, 120, right? 120 off of 40 cents, basically. Triple up, guys. So I got the fib drawn for you. I got it ready to go. The 4 hour is ready to get oversold. The daily is already oversold. They'll both be locked in. At that point, you can be extremely precise. 1 hour looks good. 1 hour looks good. So I like where the 1 hour is right now. 30-minute, 15-minute both want to come to the downside. So you could wait maybe a couple hours. And it looks like you'll be one last bite to get in. Ripple says XRP is going to keep trading even if Ripple goes away. It's true. It's true. And people don't realize that. Like, Ripple could fall off And that's why the SEC is wrong, because it's a tradable asset that Ripple could literally fall off the face of the earth. XRP would continue to trade. It's a tradable asset, you know. So Phantom, watch Phantom. I'm going to be putting a call out for Phantom. I'm probably going to show you my trade for Phantom. I already made a good penny on Phantom. We got in at 14. Rode this wave up. We didn't get at the top. We sold somewhere in the middle. But you don't have to get the bottom, and you don't have to get the very top. You just have to get most of that move. Hey, Lifer, I just got here. If we are on tickers, have you hit GRT or 1? Shout out to Chrissy Fouts. We do not have a live stream without Chrissy Fouts. Shout out to Chrissy up in the live. Thank you guys so much. Let's get those likes up, man. Can we get to 100 likes? Imagine that. Imagine if we hit 100 likes. And it's just to see if we can do it. It's just to see if we can do it. I'm always someone who wants to see what I can do. Like when I was a kid, I saw a fence. Can I jump over that fence? I'm going to try. Sometimes I'd fall on my face. Sometimes I wouldn't. But I would try to jump over that fence. Let's try to jump over that 100-like fence. I think we could do it as a group, man. I really do. I really do. You could send it to a friend. Push this out. Let people know that you're getting free advice. Let people know you've made some money. So let's take a look at FTT. I like FTT a lot. It's getting talked about. A lot of people have faked in it. So it's getting a fan base. It's the token of the FTX exchange, and that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's very similar to holding BNB coin. Could this go all the way to 250 like BNB? High probability. High probability. So here's your chance. You miss BNB, FTT at $30. So just something to think about, guys. Putting on your radar, FTT at $30. We go over so much here. I think not everyone even remembers how much we did. Guess who just became a Patreon? Shout out to Eamon for jumping into the Patreon. That means the world to me. Thank you very, very much. You guys rock. You guys rock. If you want to join the Patreon, the link to the Patreon is right here. Join the Crypto Lifer Patreon. Shout out to all my members, everyone in here jumping on into the Patreon. I really, really appreciate it, guys. It means the world to me. You know, I'm watching a lot of different channels, and I'm watching the interaction. And this channel really has a stronger core group of people. When we get to the 10,000, 20,000, our core is going to be very, very strong. I'm very interested to see how that plays out, because I'm seeing that our feedback loop is way stronger than most. I'm seeing guys with way more subscribers than me. Their Patreon is nowhere near as strong as mine. And I believe it's the connection that we're making during these live streams. It really is. So let's take a look at GRT. Now, to me, GRT is starting to form Wyckoff accumulation. All right. A bit of a head and shoulder on a grand scale. But you can see it's also in this, it's forming a downtrend, but we're getting our higher highs finally. Our higher lows, excuse me. Now, this is the pennant we're in here. Now, I said anything below 180 is a steal for the graph. Just keep buying it under 180 and don't look back. $100 here, $200 there, whatever you can afford to snatch up for GRT. But it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. All right? So that's why I'm honing in on this guy. Now, I see it has a lot of integrations with a lot of other projects. Like every other day I hear someone else, oh, we've implemented the graph. It's getting used all the time. So, in my opinion, it's very similar to the band. It's very similar to Atom. It's a use case. It's going to be it's going to be brought into a lot of other projects that are starting to grow. So, that's why I just want to put it on your radar, guys. I just want to put it on your radar. So, where is this going? I see it going up to $4.39 not too long from now. So, a quick double up for the graph, and then it will continue its tear. And when it goes on the tear, it's going to be a big tear. Get won't break down. Big bag of graph, yeah. I'm in on SKL2. Yeah, I did make a move on SKL. We'll show you SKL in a second as well. Let me pop out this chat. Easier when I pop out the whole chat. I'll have to look all over the place for it. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for giving me your most precious asset, which is your time. Which is your time. Let me get back into this. Okay. Economy Omi NFT had a second exchange listing. Economy powers the VV Network NFT app. Lots of licenses working with Alfred R. Khan, Pokemon. Okay, that's enough ticker for today. Thank you for your patience, guys. Interesting. Interesting. Yippee-ki-yay. You need also 1,000 BSC pad tokens for the pre-sale. So you gotta own the BSC pad tokens to get in. So that's why they're making this. It's quite expensive now. Low market cap. BSC start is supposed to be more fair pre-sale. Interesting. So we missed BSC pad. How did I miss it, man? Guess who just became a Patreon? Shout out to you. Thank you. After finding the Lifer channel, I got a VPN and opened my first margin trade on Binance with a small amount. Very excited. Shout out to you. Please take a look at SRK. We can. All right. 1.Atom, EGLD, and more. Let's take a look at those. Those are my favorite coins, too. Let's take a look at EGLD. EGLD, man, holding this 143 area. If you slept on EGLD at 120, don't sleep on it now. And what I'm trying to show you is, guys, this is the beginning. I'll show you right here. See this area? I'm going to show you a fractal of this. Okay? I'm going to get back into my fractal game. All right? Try to blow your mind a little bit. So we take a bar pattern from maybe this upswing to this downswing here. That's going to give us our EGLD. All right, nasty wick, though. That wick was insane. But if we bring this closer to this, you're going to see that we have a very similar pattern going on here. Now I'm going to shrink it and shrink it and shrink it and shrink it. I'm just going to teach you guys how these charts just recreate themselves over and over again. And once you see where you're at, you can start accumulating because you know where you're at in the last section. Okay? And it all starts to kind of make sense. So you can see we're starting to form this idea here. See it? Now, it's not always perfect. But to me, see that? Like, there's this hill there. There's this hill there. There's that hill there. That nasty wick was right there. Here they did it a little later, right? But what I'm trying to point out is it's the V where things really start to change. So you're in your downtrend for EGLD, like so. And then we form a new trend to the upside. Like so. And there's the V. You see? Like, I just want to make this apparent real quick. And that's when things change. And that's when you're like, oh. And it also comes and coincides with the bowl. If you can bowl it up, right? And then you get a bit of a handle. There's your cup and handle. There's your handle, and then you're off to the races. So we take what we found there, and we learn, and we go from here. And we look for the V, and we say, can we rebuild this scenario? And you know what? It's looking very, very similar. We have our downtrend. We have our uptrend forming. Almost the exact same trajectory. Can we form the V? We can. The new trend has begun, my friends, and it's been established. And can you put it in the bowl? You can, you know. So we're waiting for our cup and handle. So we'll probably come up, do its thing, make a handle, and then it's gone for its next leg to the upside. So don't miss EGLD. You know, Bitcoin's going to go up and down and play games with you guys, and it's going to scare you from accumulating the coins that you want. So this is really what you want to check out every single time. You know, so this is changing, man. The story is changing. You can see the EGLD higher lows on the way with the 200-day moving average beginning to build its way up. This is what you want to see, my friends. This is a beautiful thing. So I'm very, very bullish on this coin right now. Very bullish. 1 hour wants to break to the upside. So now we get to the end of this level and we see, what do we have here? So we established a bigger position. We get into the next idea then. And to me, I see a bit of a rising wedge, kind of a ascending triangle in a way. This is the pattern I'm seeing. We had some fake outs, came back down into the pattern. Fake outs. We could expand it into basically a symmetrical triangle as well. Something like that. But I like these touches better. they make more sense to me. And again, you can break the rules once you know the rules. Don't go just like taking, putting lines in the middle of candles unless you know what you're doing. Unless you've seen it before and it starts to make sense to you, right? Now, I see us continuing to the upside until we break out parabolic too. So I like EGLD right now. I can't really place it in a perfect trade, but I just starting to accumulate right now. When things don't make complete sense to me, right? Because I'm not saying I always know everything, right? When things don't make complete sense to me, I just know what I'm buying and I make sure I continue to accumulate the projects that I like. Either I buy at the very bottom. Like we got this at 20 cents. We're already 7x our money at this point. We 7x'd our money. And it got scary when it went down to 60. I mean, that was a 3x. We took an 11x at one point. Because we got in at 20, 200 was a 10x. 220 was an 11x for us on this. So we 11x'd our money on EGLD already. Came back down. Again, I want to teach you guys as much as I can. Alt F is your Fibonacci. Pull your fib levels. We came past. That wick was insane. But look, 618. That wick was a little questionable. Look, 618 retracement. We see this all the time. And that's where you want to accumulate. Right now, that's where Phantom is in. Practice will make you feel more comfortable, and soon you will be a pro. It takes time for this to click. Make your mistakes with a paper account or small amounts. Yeah. Took some profits out of ADA and got into Reef and Litecoin. Okay. I like it. Can you check my EGLD? What I would do, though, when those pump, when Reef and Litecoin pump, I would make sure to get back a little bit in to Cardano. Can we do Cake, please? Yeah, let's take a look at Cake. Can you do any thoughts on SRK? I haven't really focused on SRK much. People bring it up a lot. The Spark token, Spark something, right? SparkNet. I don't know exactly what it is. Big Bag of Graph. Please, can we look at SRK? Let's take a look at SRK. I'm in Binance projects like Bake Cake, BSC Pad. Everything Binance is on, and it turns into gold. I agree. Let's take a look at Bake and Cake. Two of my biggest holders, and then we're gonna get into SKL, and then we're gonna look at SRK as well. Ferrum Network coming across my radar. I like the Ferrum Network. I believe it has big moves. Someone actually mentioned here that Ferrum being integrated into the Binance Smart Chain could maybe get rid of these rug pulls and all this nastiness that's going on. I heard Viking Swap took a loss. All right, let's take a look. I heard a bunch of things fell to the wayside. Smoke went to the downside, right? It's 20 cents now. Once people take all the liquidity out, it's over. You don't want to be the last guy holding the bag in any of this stuff. You don't want to be the last guy holding any of this stuff. Bad news, right? Any thoughts on Ramen? LTX connects all the blockchains. I don't want to really discuss things that I don't know about. I don't know enough of anything about Ramen, and I didn't touch Ramen. I know what it is. Believe me. I could talk about it longer than you want me to. But I got to be careful what I discuss here. Again, none of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm very careful what I discuss. Look, Theta continuing to move up to 474 after a bit of a retrace, bouncing, and then just continuing. That's why sometimes you want to sell and take profits. But look, you sell on the 4 hour here. Once it comes back to the 21, you jump back into that project, especially if you believe in it. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 30 hours to get back into the project. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. But you can sell when you're that far away from the 4 hour and you're high in the stochastics. I mean, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be a good sell. But Theta continuing to the upside. Anyone who got into Theta, shout out to you guys. Look, we gave you this trade, the buy zone. We even gave you the exact sell zone to sell the top here. Came back down. You can see all the work we have on Theta, how we were doing it. Back to the 618 Fibonacci level retracement. I circled it. This is where you want to get in. And then boom, some more upside for Theta. CC follows SRK on Twitter. That's a good idea then. I think if he follows him on Twitter, it'd be a good idea. You bought Ferrum at 20 cents. It's nice job. Can you go over XTZ BTC, please? The V kind of coincides with the Bitcoin dip and rebound now. A lot of altcoins have this V pattern. Yeah, they all follow Bitcoin. It's the same thing. It's the V. Smoke is 13 cents. Yeah, I wouldn't touch Smoke with a 10-foot pole. I was in Smoke for like a month, like a few weeks. I saw it go down to like $1.60, came back to that $2-3 level. I got in at about $2, started farming for 5-6 days, and then after the 6th day, every morning I would wake up and look at my Smoke and be like, I don't know, man. This thing's about to dump, So let's take a look at Spark. Ripple Ledger equals Flare. YFLR equals money. Hey, I'm happy. I got my Flare tokens. I got like 26,000 Flare coming to me. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. Will BNB pump? BNB will continue to pump. It will. It will. It's only a matter of time till BNB pumps. All right, let me slow down here. Would you recommend going into Atom BTC even with a smaller budget? Or is that only recommended with big boy budgets? No, anything I do is anything I do. You know, and again, I don't recommend you do anything. You follow me and watch what I do. If you like that, you could replicate what I do. But again, none of this is financial advice. So take a look. Take a look at Uni. Booming. I think Uni could get all the way up here to 38. We've been talking about Uni way down here, showing you this pennant here, showing you the target for Uni a long time ago, man. We like Uni. Now, Unify tends to follow Uni, and it kind of will pump after Uni for whatever reason. It actually went ahead of Uni at one point, both hitting this 40. This went to $44. But watch this too now, hitting the top of this 200-day moving average. Pretty interesting. Okay. Burger and Bake. Let's take a look at Burger. I got into Burger recently. It's like a sleeper hold. Like, I want to get into it a little early. People saying Burger has something special that other coins don't. Burger's going to be great for the Binance Smart Chain. So, I'm not going to break down. I'm going to have to do a whole video on Burger to really break it down. But we'll go over Burger, Cake, and Bake right now. We'll kind of give you what I see happening. So, look at Burger. To me, Burger's in the cup and handle. There's your cup. There's your handle. There's your buy zone. It's going to stay in this buy zone. As long as it doesn't break this bottom trend line, Burger is a steal here at 019 BNB. You can only get it for BNB. Now, I see a lot of these things eventually break to the upside. Can you get it for BUSD? I don't think so. Let's take a look right now because I don't want to misspeak. Yeah, look, there's no BUSD pair. The other day, someone said BUSD. I mean, you could get it on PancakeSwap for BUSD. Technically, you can swap for any coin you want on PancakeSwap. So that's what I like, PancakeSwap. It doesn't matter. Who sold Uni too early from the airdrop? I sold my Uni at $7, but I bought it back. I bought back in at $4 and $5, but I didn't buy a lot as much as I should have. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You can't catch them all, right? Like, we knew Uni was kind of obviously going to blow up. That's why I'm honing in on 1 inch. I missed my real big move on Uni. 1 inch is my next big guy. You know, look, 1 inch finally breaking out. Look at this. This is a big deal, guys. I don't think this is the fake out. Why? These are fake outs. But look, we're breaking above the 200-day moving average on this fake out. And that's coming with a cross of the 50, probably about to cross the 200. Look, it does a bearish cross, a death cross, and then it's going to come back on for the golden cross. $4.26. Look, this is a bit of a cup and handle. Cup, giant handle. Funny to look at. But look, we're consolidating here. And now look, this is it. Lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low. 3, 4 higher lows. That's the beginning of a new trend to the upside. This is when you start accumulating. It's patience, my friends. It's accumulating for 2 weeks. It's waiting for a week or two. It's watching the first spike. And then the last 2 weeks, it's waiting for the big pump. And it's a 6-week process to make 10x, 6x, anything above a 4 or 5x. You may get lucky and buy something the day before and it pumps. It doesn't happen every time. And if it does, consider yourself lucky. Now look, this closed here. Where did this candle come and close? Right there. Previous candle closed support and resistance. We're making our way to new highs, baby. And look, low, higher low, higher low. 3 higher lows on that move. We now have a new trend. I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on 1 inch. If you missed Uni going from $4 all the way to $33, here's your chance to 7x your money in the next 6-7 weeks on 1 inch. Check Cake, please. They burned 1.5 million at 10th of March. Dude, they're going to burn a lot of cake on the 10th of March. I like to hear that. Burn that cake, baby. Burn that cake. I am still heavy in cake. I have not sold my cake. I don't plan on selling cake. Let me show you what I see happening. What if I had a lisp? Will you guys still listen to me? Shout out to everyone with a lisp. I think lisp are funny. That's not funny if someone does have a lisp. Sorry. Check Cake, please. Ali, I'm trying to hold you out for a super chat, man. I'm trying to hold you out for a 99-cent super chat on MFT. You know, some of these subscribers, they're like, yo, $10 minimum for a ticker. Like, they want to go over what they want to go over. And if you want to interject, $10 minimum, you know. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But check it out. Let's take a look at what you see happening for Cake. Cake in that inverted head and shoulder. Bring my work back. Inverted head and shoulder in the bowl. Accumulation zone is right here on the right shoulder. Accumulate Cake here, man. I'm telling you, it's finally making its higher highs. I paid for a session 100x more. Yeah, but you got the value, man. Like, you guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. So take a look at this. Look at this. Inverted head and shoulder, right? Doing its thing. Let's take a look. So it broke out of this falling wedge. You can clearly see. Interacting with the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour. We talk about this all the time, how this is a catalyst for a big move to the upside when the 200-day starts to float around. Now we're seeing a new trend as well. Jesse B with $5. XTC BTC, please. I get you, Jesse. So look, Cake. Right after Cake, we'll get into XTZ BTC. Then we're going to get back into Bake, and we're going to get into Burger. Actually, we showed you Burger, so we'll give you Bake. But thank you so much for the super chat, Jesse. Really, really appreciate that. Every little bit helps. So I just had a newborn, and we're probably going to lose our health insurance soon. So I've never even had to look or find out how to get health insurance. If anyone knows how traders, shout out to Jesse B on the live right there in the $5 super chat. If anyone knows how to trader, or if anyone's a trader for a living, shout out to the lifer here. If you need a session, update your knowledge, or even learn, he's the man. When the cycle is over, I plan on doing many sessions with him. Wholeheartedly, thank you, lifer. Respect. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. So look, Cake, 4-hour wants to come to the downside, so it's okay. It's okay. We might want to come down and just test this region one more time, right? I'm trying to find out like what kind of channel we're actually in here. Could be something like this. It's taking a second to form this area. I really just want to, I guess it's just the bull. Like, you know, it really just is the bull. And again, trust the bull, guys. Like, trust the bull. When you can make the bull, start buying when you touch the bull. That's going to give you that feeling like you're in control. You're not just buying some random place. You're buying an actual area. There's a reason why you're buying it. Yeah, we'll take a look at Bonnley. I like where Bonnley is right now, around 40. My photographic memory has Bonnley in a falling wedge. 4-hour creeping in. It's about 40, 41. I'm showing you Bonnley in my mind right now. I see it all. I'll get to Bonnley for you, though. But I just saw Bonnley perfectly in my mind. I see where Bonnley's going. So let's take a look at the 4-hour. Soros and Morgan Stanley join forces. Interesting. The Cake on the 1-hour tells me that we're going to the upside right now. So I like that. I like what I see now for Cake on the 1-hour. So let's just shrink this down. And you can see double top, double bottom. We see this pattern a lot. But there it is. We finally kind of found some type of pattern here that makes sense to me. Okay. Bull pennant. Price comes into the pennant. Bam. Ready to rock. Cake continuing to the upside at 16. So I would never give up on my Cake. That boys buys, market crashes. Yep. All right. So take a look. Cake moving to the upside, man. I see it getting back up to 16. It's going to have some resistance right here and right there, but this is going to be a gap up. Not a lot of resistance in this area. Not a lot of resistance here, and then another gap up here. Back to 18, and then back to its all-time high. So I see Cake forming a cup and handle, somewhat of a bowl, like this, and then continuing its way on to the upside. So I like what I see for Cake. Let's get into XTZ BTC for that super chat from Jesse B. XTZ BTC. Wow, this thing is booming, doing its thing. All right. Starting to come out of this bowl. This is what I want to happen for Adam, you know. Let's take a look at the daily for this. Just getting started on the daily, but it is getting extended. If you jumped in this to make some Bitcoin, you know, you may want to ladder out a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to scare anybody, but look, you know, we are below all the moving averages. Okay. Moon Baby Insurance Fund. That's pretty cool. What is that? The Moon Baby. Shout out to Mix, aka Jot Soul. Thank you so much for the super chat really means the world to me that you would send in $4.99, man. Give me that Starbucks latte. There you go. Get your screen time right there. Mix, aka Just Soul, up in there. If you have a business, let me know. If you do something, let me know. If you're a DJ, if I can promote you in some way, shape, or form. If you make art, let us know who you are. Let us know what you do. Let me help my platform boost your platform, right? So check it out. XTZ forming the bowl, though. Forming the bowl at the bottom, doing its thing. So if 1 inch and FTT can go 7x shorter term, they better than FTM, GRT, cake? I don't know. Nothing's better, man. Everyone's always like, get nappies, no Starbucks lattes. Yeah, going hard for those sats. So take a look, man. XTC Bitcoin is in the dumps, right? It is where you want to start accumulating, right? I just don't like buying. Like, I like when I get established above the moving averages. I really don't like buying when we're really far below moving averages, in my opinion, on the daily. It's a scary thing, right? Because the bearishness isn't over yet. But right now, we're starting to get that move. And you can see we're about to get a golden cross as that 50 is coming for that 200. We are forming the bowl, and I like what we're seeing here. We're a little extended on the 4 hour. We're a little extended. Just sending life for love, man. Really appreciate it, bro. You're the man, dude. We're extended on that 4 hour. Do you want to look at the 1 hour? Say, yeah, in 1 hour, too, it's getting up there. So, tells me that it's probably going to extend a little more and then maybe come back down to test the moving average one more time. It's going to have to find some type of support. People are going to have to buy off after the sell. Take a look at the 15-minute. Do you see a flag? Okay, so you're flagging here. Not too bad. This is a hard one to see. I'll be honest. This is a hard one to chart, in my opinion. It's a little more difficult. I mean, we could just assume that it's going to beat Bitcoin and it's at the bottom, right? And we could look at the bigger picture and say, you know what, ride this to the top. But there's no way in knowing that Bitcoin's not going to rip and this one isn't going to rip. This one's going to have to make some big moves. But I think almost all altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin no matter what. So, dollar cost average in here on the bull. And once you start getting to higher levels, maybe scale out. Because there will be a time where Bitcoin then shifts and starts to move again, and you'll lose some of these gains. So you want to take them as they come. But that's XTC, BTC. Those are your levels, maybe. You know, and then you get back up here. If you have the patience to ride it all the way up. Yeah, tough to chart. That's why I asked you. Yeah, you know, what I would suggest too is just, you know, we're in the rising wedge. We did break out of the rising wedge. Okay. We broke out of the rising wedge. You have that, and you have your higher lows. So, you know, to me, everything is kind of coming out. And it's talking about the V that we just went over, too. It's like everything is in this V. Making these new levels, right? Wow. Shout out to Chris. Cody, please, bro. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. The Chris. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Let's take a look at Cody. Can you look at DOT, please? Yeah, we'll take a look at DOT. Is Cake's inflationary countermeasure not enough? Hey, you never know, right? Poly BTC, please. Getting nappies, no Starbucks. FTT, shorter, better than FTM, GRT Cake. Honestly, I like Phantom a lot, man. I like Matic a lot. But thing is, I am such a perfectionist. And I am such a perfectionist that it's like, you know, I want to get these coins at the right price. And if I miss that right price, then it's just kind of like, it messes with my OCD, you know. We were looking at Cody, LTO, my coins I've been watching for a long time. Honestly, I feel embarrassed because I've been watching LTO and it's been a favorite. Like, I've kept it in my head as a favorite coin, but I never really told anyone and I never really talked about it. How big do you think the news on Phantom and ETH was? I think it was pretty big news. I think it was really big news. Bake, please. Did we go over Bake already? No, right? All right, let me go over the super chats first, though. The Chris, man, the man paid for it. The man paid for it. Cody, you want the BTC pair or the USDT pair? Cody did its thing. I told you to watch these cup and handles, man. Cup and handles, like I told I can't tell you how much a cup and handle, how much money a cup and handle will make you, but it'll make you a killing. Look, just watch the cup and handles, and then take the outlandish targets from the cup and handle. They're crazy targets, but take them. Because they really do work. They really do hit. Like, damn near right there. Look, We broke the all-time high. I always don't understand. BTC, please. We did BTC, man. You got to go back to the beginning of the show. We do Bitcoin every day. Just run back to the beginning of the show, and you'll see your Bitcoin. Like, it's very simple. Like, watch. You want to know Bitcoin? Just go like this. Scan to, like, right here to wait for this to blah, blah, blah. Right there. And then just watch this whole area from about 110. This is all Bitcoin, man. All Bitcoin. So, sorry. I just spent like 15 minutes on it. So I want you to get, like, you know, if I just whipped over it right now. So LTO has been a coin we've been talking about for a long time. SB hit one more target. Boom. Goes the dynamite. There you go, man. There you go. So Cody made its move. And now watch Cody, because it has a lot of news coming out. Oh, no, you asked if I wanted the BTC pair. All right. Well, we're on the BTC pair, so that's good. That is good. Sorry about that, Chris. 123. Apologize. So take a look here. I like what we're seeing. Again, I would take profits. Whenever you're this far away on the daily, I would take profits. Look at the 4 hour. You're pretty far away from the moving average as well. We always come back to the moving average. Here we came back. Here we came back. We're going to come back. So what's going to happen is this is going to creep up, and this is going to come back and meet it. I would sell right now at 786 Satoshis and take my profit. If you didn't already sell the top, I would sell right now. Just my opinion. Take a look at the 1 hour, unless the 1 hour has some juice. 1 hour is coming down, suggesting there's a little more juice for the 1 hour. But in the long scheme of things, selling here in the 4 hour always is a good idea in my opinion. Always. But hey, you do whatever you do. And again, maybe don't sell the whole position. Sell 10. 15, 20%. And again, don't do anything I tell you to do. Do your own due diligence. Sell when you want to sell. Do whatever you think. I'm just explaining to you how these oscillators work. And look, back. It's very rare that we don't keep going. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Can we do LTO? We will look at it. Now you asked if I wanted BTC or USDT pair. Wow, Cody ripped, though. Unbelievable. Doing its thing, man. Look at this giant double bottom, eventually going to the upside. Cody BTC. %63% chance, and then out of the cup and the handle, 104% gains. Cody BTC. And I'll do CRV for Jesse B because he always asks about it. And look, CRV's in the cup and handle. This thing is about to explode like the other ones. In my opinion, you may want to jump on this, right? Let's look. I mean, from what we've been seeing, 4 hour is starting to curve here on the stochastics. It's starting to point to the upside. So interesting, to say the least. I like what's going on here with this cup and handle. We just saw this rip for Cody. We just saw this rip for many other coins. So it's forming that unicorn. Hey, do you think BLZ BT can go higher? Thank you. Willie Brown, man. How's it going? Why not use the OG Crypto Lifer on Twitter? Explain what you mean, man. CRV got claimed by PayPal. What does that mean? They bought it? Post this news, man. Post a link to the news. Let's take a look at SRK. People keep putting SRK on my radar. You guys have asked about it numerous times now. SparkPoint on Tether. Let's see. It's only on KuCoin too, which is kind of nice. When something's only on KuCoin, there's a big chance for it to grow. Wow, it is starting to form this. Look, a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom. You know what? 1 inch looked a lot like this. I'll be honest. 1 inch looked a lot like this. Let me juxtapose the 1 inch chart. This is why I have like this pattern recognition. They're not going to be perfect, but I'm going to show you something about 1 inch that reminds me. And remember, 1 inch was just a buck. 1 inch was a small coin. This one's only a cent right now. Wow, only a cent, and it's about to go to its all-time high? Interesting. Let's take a look at its market cap as well. You know, there's more money to be made out here, man. There really is. Like, every time I think we've reached close market cap question, we don't know. We don't know the market cap. Sparkpoint.io. What is it? What does it do? Now look, it's up 36,000% in 1 year. Imagine that. Imagine if you got this thing all-time low on February 12th, just a year ago. Wasn't even worth a penny yet. This thing is just moving. What is SparkPoint? Optimal learning with expert mentors. Blockchain developer boot camp. Learn fundamental concepts and key tools in smart contracts and decentralized application development. Taught by mentors with industry experience in blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Be one of the leading blockchain developers in the Philippines. Enroll now. SparkPoint Wallet, Spark Play, Spark Learn, Spark DeFi. Revenue and deflationary model. Projection updates. How to convert SRK to SparkPoint on BSC using just liquidity. Interesting. SparkPoint updates. How to remove liquidity. Featured on Yahoo Finance, Cointelegraph. Okay. I like how you can learn with the program. Satisfying puzzles, exciting rewards. Burst your way through dozens of fun levels in this coin matching puzzle game. Match at least 3 coins to clear a target. Be careful with your moves so you can quickly level up and claim rewards. Interesting. Earn with us. Earn crypto by doing simple bounties and tasks. Find out how to earn. Get started. Sign up, get KYC verified. Anyway, I get it though. I get it. Spark Earn. Interesting. Interesting. Looks like they're going after the masses pretty heavily there too. Okay. Why not use the OG Crypto Lifer on Twitter? Hey bro, do you think BLZ can go higher? CRV got claimed by PayPal. SAKL will be a good trade for your subs like SXP. Let's take a look at SKL. I'm in SKL right now. I'm in SKL for the BTC pair. Let's take a look at what I see happening for SKL. SXP on that tear. Wow, look at that big move. Big candle for SXP. Big candle. One of the biggest candles since it had this run up here. And look, bit of a cup and handle as well. You see it? Here's your cup. That's your handle, guys. Explosions. Explosions. So, you could almost just extend the handle a little bit. To me, there it is. So look. That's a cup and handle, guys. Explosive move coming from this not too long from now. SXP, man. I was buying SXP at $1 last summer, man. I really liked the project. I was like, oh, it has its own card. It's going to be amazing. This is what everybody needs. Credit card on your Binance account so you can just spend all your crypto ridiculously. Oh, I made a bunch of money. Let me go blow it. No, I'm just, but that's how it is, right? And let's take a look at this, though. It get it all the way up to the all-time high at 4, and then this cup says it's going even higher to the $6 region, and it's only $3 now. So anything below 5, its all-time high is really a steal right now. You just keep accumulating this coin as much as you can. SXP, the swipe network, the swipe coin. Sorry, 105 million. That's not bad. SVS has a big move. Retracement necessary. I agree. JRNY Crypto talks about SRK all the time. He's an advisor on the project. Ah, that's Spark. At Crypto Lifer 33. SXP launched. Sideswipe. Swipe swap. Yep. So it's got swipe swap coming out now. It's starting to break out. This is a breakout, man. Confirmed breakout. Now you look at the 1 hour and you look at what's going on. Look, it came out. It retested. Now it's breaking to the upside. Confirmed breakout. You look for the volume. We have the volume right there moving. So I like what we see here. 1 hour wants to reset. Is the 4 hour in your favor? Wants to push up, though, from here, which I've seen big moves actually from the top. And then we look at that daily. Daily still in conjunction, ready to move. You may have to suffer some pain if you buy in right now. Let's see what happens. 4 hours says we may want to roll down. Actually, we may actually boost up a little more and then roll down and test this region. So now I'm going to whip up some support and resistance lines. Let's see the previous high on the USDT pair. So we're going to have some resistance here. Wow, there's not a lot of resistance for this, right? Once we get into this area, because we came up really fast, we dumped really fast. We didn't have chop. Our chop was here. Not a lot of resistance in this area. So watch SXP. Definitely about to do some damage. Anything below $3 to me is a steal. So look at the bigger frame. Look at these things in a bigger time frame. Like Understand what you're looking at, right? Understand what you're looking at. Take a deep breath. You're back. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go, right? Okay, let's take a look at MFT now. Sorry, been a while. We got off track. MFT. Okay, so look what do we see happening for MFT. So it pumped up something nice, right? From our previous idea here. On the low, pumped up something really nice. Now look at the daily. The daily still hasn't had the MACD cross, and we're coming up in this giant bowl, and we're bowing out here. So I see MFT breaking on out and doing its thing. Everything's kind of in this funny pattern as well. But here's the measured move for MFT. So again, if you could just hold these for 1 to 2 months, that's how you're going to make the money. It's not easy. These people, what happens is people put it in something and then 5 other coins go up and go up and go up. And they say, I'm missing this. I'm missing this. They let their emotions break them down. They look at everybody at what everyone else is doing. They forget about their own plan and what they have going. And they end up just kind of, selling for less or not waiting. And then the day they sell and get into some other coin, that coin drops and this coin pumps. And I'm telling you what happened to you. It'll feel like someone is playing a dirty game on you. Do not coin hop. I'm telling you right now, unless you're established and that's your plan, unless it's your plan to coin hop, like I'm going to buy this and sell it at this price. Once I get out of that, I'm going to get into this. Once I get into this, I'm going to try to get into that and like start projecting your plan hopping. And it's possible, but make sure you're doing it right. Smash the likes for the lifer. Don Mitchell, Wiglivin, thank you so much for coming on into the live stream. Hey, live, what do you think about Bitcoin's going to break out later in the week or soon? If you want to know the answer to that question, go to the beginning of my live stream where I spend about 15 minutes on Bitcoin. Right here, right? Even the 3 days suggesting a big move. I want you to go back over there and check that out when you get a chance. That's really going to break down what's happening for Bitcoin. I should start time-stamping these. Let me know. Oh, yeah, don't forget, 33. Link and Neo, please. Let's take a look at SKL, CTSI, Link, and Neo. 4 coins that you probably could make a killing on, all 4 of those. You could have those in your backpack. See, you could have almost any 4 coins. It doesn't matter what you buy. As long as you are focused on your project and you don't jump in and out of it. CHZ continuing to make big moves. I can't believe it's at 18 cents now. Look at these giant candles for CHZ. I talk about how Binance Coin was going to pump it. This thing was 2 cents. This has done a beautiful 10x or 9x already and continuing to the upside. I would definitely sell my bags. Every single thing I had in it right now, I would sell the entire bag. You are so extended on multiple time frames. It always comes back to the 21-day moving average. Do not FOMO and think you can't take profits here. You're going to be fine if you take some profits. You're going to be fine. Cody making big moves. Got sold back off that wick, though. What a nasty wick. And that's why you want to take profits, too. Had you take profits up here, look, you lost a lot of gains not taking profits up there. So we talk about Link. AXS. This thing is booming, too. I would be taking profits up here as well. All these. Look, this is the same place you're in right here. You're on the 4-hour, you're far from the 21-day moving average, and you're high on the stochastics. Don't play yourself and think, oh, everything's going to keep continuing up. It doesn't do that. Nothing continues up. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. All right? Even if it continues up a little more longer, the retracement usually will help you. You'll be able to get back in. Don't worry. Let's take a look at CTSI because we're in the C's, and then we'll get on to SKL, Link, and Neo. I just wanted to see what the biggest winners are today. We have 21% for Cody. Meme coin continuing to rip, up 20%. Wax coin I talked about years ago at 3 cents. I love my Wax, up 17%. BZRX, Hadouken's baby. Engine coin back to 163, flagging out. Engine really wants to flag here. Tells me that there's more room for Engine to go. H-bar pumping up. Look at that. Someone asked me if H-bar would pump today. We put a projection on it, said it would probably get all the way up to the target at 19, and it's on its way. It's on its way, doing pretty damn good. Doc. Doc was an oldie but goodie. I used to watch Doc at 1 cent, all the way to 6 cents for Doc. Continuing to rip. Another place to take some profits. So we have some ripping in these altcoins today. Some big movement in the alts. DAG, DAG, Kin. I talk about Kin a lot. I've been holding millions of Kins for a long time. What will happen to Kin? Only time will tell. I gave you the Luna call. I talked about Luna. Remember I said watch Luna. We said down here. We even buying Luna at 5. 678 was the original call. It did come back down, but it eventually would pump. Shout out to anyone that got into Luna. Patience pays. Patience pays. It's painstaking. It takes 2 to 3 weeks, but eventually that's where the money is made, man. That's where the money is made. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Just got my order filled. Anchor got integrated to the DOT ecosystem. Bake. Don't forget SKL, CTSI, Link, and Neo. Okay. Again, some people don't know about super chats, so just in case, just so you know, guys, you can super chat somebody. I super chatted Wendy Crypto O last night. I gave her $20 on a super chat. I did. I super chat all these people. I super chat Mitch Ray. I'm out there super chatting as well. I'm paying it forward back to the YouTubers that I love, that inspired me to do tickers and to help people and to do what we do for a living, right? Sand up for 41. We talked about sand at $4. That's a 10x. 10x. How long did it take? It takes a while. You want to 10x your money? You want to 10x your money? I'm going to show you how long it takes. Here's the 4-cent region right around here. 48 days. That's a month and a half. That's 6 weeks. 6 weeks, man. How old do you think I am? That's a great question. How old do you think I am? I will not be offended. Let me know. How old do you think the lifer is, guys? How old do you think the lifer is? SKL for USDT. Now that is starting to move and breaking on up to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for SKL. All right. I'm in the BTC pair. Let's take a look at the BTC pair. SKL BTC. Trying to make some Bitcoin on this trade. Stack those Bitcoins. Wow, this is starting to make a move actually on the BTC pair. So I like what we're seeing. Interacting. Look, it's forming that V. Bit of a cup and handle as well. So there's your cup. There's your handle. And this is starting to break to the upside. So shout out to Hadouken. Putting SKL on my radar. We're going to make some Bitcoin on this trade and stack the sats. Yippee-ki-yay, 1979. Look at Chris Collin. What a hater. 49 haters. Because he knows I look younger than him. And he's younger than me. He's younger than me and I look younger than he does. So he's hating. I got no gray hairs. I'm keeping my face sharp. I'm drinking water every day. I'm working out. I'm taking care of myself, man. I definitely look younger than you, man. For sure. Guaranteed. Without a doubt. He's going to call me 49. Then he's if he can give it, but he can't take it. Anyway, 42. What an asshole. I have the grays. Raphael, 38. Damn, I look that old. Jeez. Well, you guys know I have kids and stuff. I should start dressing with like a hat, though. If I wore a hat and like was like, yo, guys, like, I just love crypto. I'm drinking 1 gallon of water per day. Good for you, man. Every single day. 32. I'll take the 32, 33. Also working out and taking some time to distract myself. Always, man. Always. Do meditation. Whatever you can. So I like what's going on with SKL for Bitcoin. Would like to see my position. It was down for a while. Looks like it may be a break even or up. So we're going to see what's going on with that. I don't like trading my Bitcoin. It's very hard for me to do. But I decided, hey, man, you only live once. So I'm at break even on my SKL buy right now for BTC. So we'll see. Right now I'm down on my Atom buys, though, pretty heavily. About $300 in total on all my Atom buys. But I placed the 3,600 Satoshi buy, and it has not hit yet. So we're going to wait for that. I like this. This is the beginning of a big move for this cup and handle, though. So I see something big happening for SKL. Put it on your radar and begin to accumulate. About to rip. Let's take a look at Bake for Dahan. My Bake, baby Bake. Now, what I see for Bake is it's forming this downtrend, second higher low. See this? Lower low, lower low, lower low, second higher low. It's starting a new trend. If you just have the patience to hold on and wait like 6 to 7 weeks, I believe Bake will pay you nicely, right? Everyone wants the fast money, but you know what? Money comes when it comes. It could be slow, it could be fast. As long as you get it when you get it, and you're disciplined about what you spend your money on when you get it. So I see Bake continuing to the upside, taking a little bit of a time though. Not much information. I go for the 1 hour because there's really not much else to go on here. And the 1 hour is spent and starting to reset its new levels, right? We also could look for some divergence, which we found here close towards the bottom here. Swing down to swing down, in my opinion. Clearly was a downtrend, but we had an uptrend here on the RSI. And that told me that there was some bullish divergence right there established. That was our bottom at about 110, $1. And I believe we're just consolidating here and starting our new way. We also want to start using the support and resistance lines for this so we can see why we're respecting these lines. And so we have resistance. And you can see, look, bounce, bounce, came back, broke up, had a little issue there, bounce, bounce, bounce. This is a strong level, $1.10 for Bake. It technically still is in a downtrend until it breaks this high. We could put it in this bigger downtrend like this. You know, but I believe it broke out of this falling wedge like so. There's our breakout back to 165, crushed back down, but people aren't selling it. People are still staking their Bake. People are still willing to find out what's going to happen for Bake. So even this falling wedge, if we were to take this idea, and that's our measured move out of the falling wedge, and I believe we're going to continue to the upside. I'm holding a lot of Bake. I'll be honest, like 3,228 Bake. I hold the Bake. So, yeah, I hope so. That the plan is to sit down and just watch you get me, like you show me all the plays. Luna looks good. Is it still time to invest in it? Lifer, how old are you? That's funny, right? Bake Bowl. CTSI and is similar to SKL. You're gonna end up hiring me. Dibby Dab. Bake Bowl. Yeah. CRV might be breaking out, guys. Shady Baby. Well, you act immature, so you appear younger. Look at that. Also working out and taking some time off. Honestly, I will always act immature. I consider that a compliment. I really will. I like acting like a little kid. Like me and my daughter go outside and I act like a little kid. You know, I let her hit me with a pie in the face, right? Because I am a little kid. Like I will never grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. The second you grow up, you lose your beginner's mind. The beginner's mind is the ability to see things as a beginner. Once you consider yourself an expert, you're not able to see everything as well as you saw before. But when you consider yourself a beginner's mind, and look, Bake also, when we put it here on the Fibonacci, coming to the 618 retracement, I really like seeing that too on the BNB pair. So the BNB pair had a retracement to the 618, and now it's coming back out. So I like what we're seeing for Bake. All right, I like what we're seeing for Bake. All right. I am a little kid, yeah. That's why I like Supreme K sitting there at 16, 18, 17, 18 years old, right? That's why I gravitate towards the youth. The youth are, young people are amazing, man. I remember when you were young, right? Do not lose your youth as you get old. I know it sounds like a funny question, but don't lose your youth as you get old. Don't. All right. Two kids gonna have you looking like an elderly man. No way, no way. No way. Age is nothing but a number. I believe that. I believe that, Robert. I believe that. I believe that. Let's take a look at Link and Neo. All right. Link about to have some big news this week. Big things coming for Link. So let's take a look at what's going on with Link. Link holding $30 and actually starting to spike out. Looks like it's going to have a big week for Link. And I'll show you guys a little something. Look, double top. We get this a lot too. We get this double top. And then we get the double bottom. And that kind of is the retracement. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Right? Let's take a Fibonacci on that. And again, 618 retracement down on the wick. They did it to everything. It's like they did it across the board and it went to, and this is your accumulation. If you can get in between the 0.5 and the 618 fib, you're a hero. right? And then we continue up to the between the 0.32 and the 0.5, and then we continue to the next level, and then we have a bigger gap up. So once we break up here, clearly getting back to all-time highs, you could see a $50 link not too long from now. So now we're going to make a bull pennant, and I'm going to give you your projection for link. Bam. Bam. Got to touch. The line's got to touch to be clean. Okay. I believe that was a wick to the bottom, try to get you out of the pattern. And there it is. There's our pennant. Length of the basically the base, and that puts us up here. We're gonna break $37, and I got link at 45. Not too long from now. Everything you own by April, May is gonna be up big. So just learn how to hold and learn how to be ready, man. Acro BTC, please. Thanks again. I still ask why. We always the same age inside, some absolute ageless number. I agree, man. I still ask why, right? Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not, right? The fastest learner I ever knew always used to be shameless, say no when the teacher asked if everyone understood. The fastest learner I ever knew always used to shamelessly say no when the teacher asked if everyone understood. Always keep the kid inside you, right? I'm a little kid, huh? Age is nothing but a number. Shout out to you guys. Acro BTC. This man's on Acropolis. I'm 19, and today my mom gave me that do something with your life conversation. Well, you're doing something right now, Abdonis. You are sitting here with the lifer. I'm doing something with my life, and you should be inspired. So you're right here at the right place at the right time. Take this. Yo, once you have your money, you can do anything you want. You can open up the restaurant you want. You can open up that business. You can change lives, but you need to create a legacy first. How do you get a legacy? You got to create some substantial wealth, right? There's no other way. LTO Luna just ripping to $9.21. Cracked a warm beer. You're funny, man. It is 6 p.m. for you, man. So shout out to you, man. Your day kind of, you lived your day. You did your thing, right? Let's take a look at Acro BTC. I'll show you exactly how I go into something too. So look, I've never really looked at Acro yet. There's a coin I have not looked at yet. What I don't like is when I see these coins here, there's a little bit of a lack of liquidity, but we'll see what's happening. I hope I make some profit before 19. You will. You're in the right place. Tell your mom you're going to the moon, right? If you're with us, then you're on top of that. Let's do this. I'm 52 this month and still need help. Shout out to everyone here, man. Age is nothing but a number. We're all here doing the same thing, trying to better ourselves and learn, right? Trying to get that knowledge. Even when I do this with you guys every day, I see something new. I learn something new. No day is a day where I don't learn. Even here with you guys every single day on the live stream. And that's why I'm doing this for a living. Keeps me honest. It keeps me consistent. It keeps me hitting my mark every single day. So let's look at Acro. Came down to that bottom. They blew it all the way up on the BTC pair. Unbelievable. This is why you got to sell these tops. Unbelievable. Like how long you have to wait to get back up there, right? 33 is the God number, baby. The angel number. Now, do we see hidden bullish divergence? Swing up to swing up. We do. Swing up to swing up right here. But when we take this trajectory, we have swing down to swing down. It tells me that the trend will continue. So I like Acro BTC right here, sitting at 80 sats. Now, the daily is hot, though, meaning it's overbought up in this area. I would wait for it to curve back down. I would wait for this to curve back down. I do not like getting anything up in here. Just, if you make this a rule, then you won't be buying this, and you won't be buying that, and you won't be buying this to come down to the bottom. You'll always be buying down here, and you'll be getting the pumps to the bottom, right? It takes patience, though, and you need to use your patience. So So there you go. I like where we're at right here, but the daily suggests no. I mean, the 4 hours suggests a little more to the upside. So the daily is high, but the 4 hours giving us that run. So you could ride it on the 4 hour, but that tells you only ride it for 1, 2, 3 days up to maybe here. And then also a funny pattern, right? So nothing I can't really like map it out perfectly. We have a little bit of a flag here though. This is what I see now. So when the bigger frame looks funky to me, I make the smaller versions of everything and try to work from there. So right now we get this. And so I would play this pennant the way I always play it. I'd have to wait for the MACD to be in the pink, which I got on the 4 hour. I'd wait for the stochastic to be pointing up. I got that. I see the RSI is below 50 or on its way, not oversold. Yeah, it's on its way. It's doing good. I mean, not overbought. Hi, Lifer. Thank you for answering all the questions. Joined your Patreon. Thank you so much, man. That means the world to me. You guys are awesome, dude. Yeah, every day I'll come here for 2 hours, man. And honestly, like, I'm going to give more to the Patreon, but literally, like, this is it too. Like, this live is really where you're going to get most of the teaching. Ask the questions you want. Like, really break it down. Bit of a cup and handle here for acro as well. See that? So now I'm kind of building my new picture for acro. Cup and handle, making its way on up. And now I find my piece. See, I was confused at first, right? I had to sit here for a while. I had to work with it. I had to play with it. I had to kind of find my bearing. Okay. Now I see my checklist comes into play. Are we in a bullish pattern? Yes. Is the price at the bottom of the pattern? I'd like to get the bottom. It already kind of broke out though. So no, I'd have to maybe get a retest now at the top trend line. Is the MACD in a bullish way? Let's zoom in on that MACD. Yeah, it is. This blue line's about to cross and we're lacking the bearish momentum. So I like what we're seeing there. That's a checklist. Yes. Is the stochastics low? Yeah, they were pretty low, bouncing up here and starting their new trend to the upside. So I like that. All these things are now in confluence. Are any moving averages turning towards larger ones? You know what? I see that the 50 is about to cross the 200. That's a golden cross. So I just built a story for actually something pretty good to happen. 50 crossing the 200. Golden cross is approaching. Everything on my radar is here. I like this at 80 sats. Acro BTC. You're big on Atom, right? What are your thoughts on Atom versus Luna? Atom, FTT. I mean, versus Luna, Phantom, and FTT. Honestly, I mean, Atom is a bigger play, more of a safer play. Phantom could pump. Like, I can't tell you what's better than the other. I really can't. What I suggest is you divide your bags. This is what I do. I look at all these coins getting thrown at me. CTSI, like, it's hard. It's hard just focusing on what coin to buy. If you had all the money in the world, you'd still have a hard time finding out what coin to buy. So listen, it's not easy. Even just focusing on what coins to buy is not easy. So I could mentor someone just on how to approach the market. We could spend an hour. I wouldn't even go over anything. We could spend an hour and we could talk about how, I could spend an hour consulting you just on how to find the right coins and how to focus your brain. So what I do is I look for all these coins. I eventually say, okay, what are the 50 coins coming across my radar right now? And I write down all 50. Like, we're talking Reef, we're talking CTSI, like we're talking, right? We're talking FTM, we're talking Acro, we're talking Avalanche, right? And you put them all down. And then you look at them and you say, okay, well, what's more popular? What are people talking about more? What is it kind of down in the dumps? What are people not recognizing? And like SHR still isn't getting its recognition, in my opinion. Like SHR, I want to put it on your radar. Not getting its recognition. So we did Acro for you guys. Look, I believe it's going to go to the upside, you know. So once I write down all these coins, I then bring them down to 25 coins. I check off 25 of them. I say, okay, I could do without this one. Like I look at VeChain and FTT, and finally my brain says, it's just got to be VeChain. And at one point, you make a decision. Now, who knows if your decision is 100% right or not? Who knows? You may only make $1 million instead of $2 million. You may have gotten an FTT that 10x's instead of Ferrum that goes 30x. You know, you got to be happy with the decisions that you make in this life and just let it rock. So once you get to the 25 coins, I then break it down again and try to get to the 15 or 10 coins. Now I've gotten to my 10. Now I say, how much money do I have? Okay, I have $10,000. Now I've got my 10 coins. So I spent 2 hours taking a line. No, I spent 2 to 3 hours finding my top 50 coins. Maybe 2 to 3 days. Writing them down, researching. Then I spend another hour and a half, 2 hours digging through those and taking out 25 that I think are even better than the first 25. Then I do it again and try to get to 10. Now I've spent like 2 to 3 days, maybe 5, 6, 7 hours in total, maybe even more, analyzing, reading, writing things down, double checking. Now I get my 10 coins. Now I have $10,000. Now what do I do? How much do I want to put in each coin? And I find out what's going on. Yeah, so if you're into acro, don't sleep on Adel and Adelph 2.0. So I never even heard of these things, man. There's just a new coin every other day. I hear good sounds about the Beep Pro network. All right, shout out to everyone here. I'm going to attempt to do a shout out. I used to do shout outs, but it's been getting hard. Shout out to Hadouken, Andy Garcia, Mohammed Samsidian, El Gog Goplin, Andy Garcia, Dragos Bahan, Mixed, aka Jasso Supreme, Jason Smith, Mohammed Samsidian, Supreme K, Hadouken, Jeremiah, Saya, Ali Farrat, The Young Lifer, Bagel ×2, Fidel R. Escobar, Ali Farrat, The Young Lifer, my dude, Brian G up in the spot. Robert Vangel, what do you think about Anchor? I like Anchor. Costa Gonzalez. Joel, how I feel about Bet Pro. I don't know anything about B Pro. Let's look at it. This is why I'm mentioning Hoj, Fidel Escobar. Oh, let's look at Hoj. Okay, you guys brought me SB Pad and you brought me SP Starter, BSC Starter now. Shout out to Supreme K, Gars File, Yippee Ki Yay, Harry Take a look at LTX Lifer. Harry, take a look at LTX, also jumping up. Chrissy Fouts, Amin, Mark and K. Try to get all you guys. Robert Hordilla, right? Don Mitchell Wiglevin, Jeremiah, Saya Live 3. I couldn't even pronounce what that is. A bunch of numbers and stuff. Everyone in here, man. Harry, Robert Cox, Ali Farrat, Steven Bangkok, my dude, viewer, YouTuber, Iron Man, Levi 502, everyone, Yippee Ki Yay, right? Mr. Shrek, Romac, Arjun Kapoor, every single one of you guys. I don't know if I could finish, man. Adonis, Robert Cox, Charlie Hatch, every single one of you guys in the live stream. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. Now we're going to get to the news. I'm going to break it down. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for jumping on it. And even Chris Conlon, who loves to bother me on my live stream. I've known him for 20 years, so I guess he just feels like messing with me, right? Today is the day. Today is always the day, baby. Today is always the day. Big moves coming, though, soon. For anything you're in, just wait for it, baby. Just wait for it. Have that patience. Have that peace of mind. Do the research, and then once you know what you're in, look, I'm going to keep talking about the Phantom Network inside. We always talk about these when they're in the golden pocket, but we have one now sitting in the golden pocket, sitting and waiting for us to take advantage of this. So, and we know it's a good token. We know it has a good project. We know people like it. We know the TA is working for us. It has everything going for us. So Phantom. Let's take a look at ETH. We didn't go over ETH yet. And look, I see ETH, USDT falling out of this falling wedge and breaking on up to the upside. And you can see I have a target for ETH all the way back up at that $2,000 level. Will ETH hit 2,500 by St. Patrick's Day? That was kind of a call I made with my friends and family. There's a chance we could still get all the way up there by St. Patty's Day. Let's take a look at the bigger time frame here. Yeah, falling wedge, breaking down. Now it's forming the ball. A lot like Bitcoin. Very bullish on ETH. That was your bottom for ETH. I'm going to make a call right now. That was your bottom. 1311. If you got ETH then, you were a smart man. That was the lowest you'll ever buy ETH again, in my opinion, for the rest of your life. You will never see ETH. I'm going to make a call here on the channel. You will never see ETH this low again. Never again. I'm going to make a clear and concise statement. We may dump. We may get close. I'm telling you right now, that was your bottom. 1,292 ETH. Already up 500 on that. 50% gains almost. Damn near on that ETH. So I am so bullish on ETH. I like this correction for ETH. It's just forming another big move to the upside. It's only a matter of time. Let me give you a bigger target for ETH. So you can see ETH was in this flag. We'll lengthen our pole. Kind of extended here. We'll show you what we got going on for ETH. It's technically a long pole, because you got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, right? And that's Elliott wave theory. Even though I don't really study it, I use it because it's intertwined in everything, right? right? Because other people are using it, it leaves its footprint inside of the action, if that makes any sense. 62% gains coming. Got a $2,800 ETH. Okay, this is suggesting April 20th, but I believe we're going to get there a lot earlier. So I'm a limit buy at 1302 for ETH. I couldn't believe it got filled. Yo, shout out to you for getting it in there. Shout out to Hadouken for smooth MOD while posting charts to the chats. Yeah, man, he's the man, dude. You look at the news. I gave CHSI a chart in the chat in the group. Now we got some big news. First of all, Brad Gollinghouse says XRP is going to keep trading even if Ripple goes away. The chief executive officer of San Francisco block payments behemoth Ripple has said in his last interview that the trading of XRP, the native cryptocurrency, is not going to stop even if its parent company goes away. He appeared in a documentary news program Axios HBO's new episode where he slammed the United States security and executive lawsuit. He stated that even though the blockchain payments company Ripple goes away amid its lawsuit fight with the SEC, the trading of XRP, the seventh digital currency in the world in terms of market capitalization, will continue on exchange trading platforms. He stated, if you own a security, it gives you ownership of a company, right? If Ripple goes away, XRP's gonna keep trading. Adding more to his comments, the company's chief executive said that in the entire world, the United States is the only country that has allegedly called Ripple a security. There's something going on with our I know it's a bigger deal. It's actually, no one wants to talk about it, but it's greed. It's the greedy, like, look at the bit license in New York. You can't do anything with crypto in New York City unless you have a bit license. Like, you can't even get your money, like, because I was a New York resident, I couldn't even get my money off of my basic attention token tips. Like, tips that people were getting me, I couldn't even open an Uphold account to get my basic attention token off of the platform. Horrible, man. Horrible. Now, big things coming for ETH 2.0. They're going to start burning Ethereum. Crypto coin outperforming Bitcoin is about to see supply reduced, right? Ethereum blockchain developers approved one of the biggest changes. All right, to the network since its inception in 2015, a shift that could spur even bigger gains in the price of its native cryptocurrency, Ethereum, Ether. The move will reduce the amount of outstanding Ether by destroying some of the tokens every time it's used to fuel transactions on the world's most used blockchain, known as EIP 1559. The chain solves a current problem. Ethereum users can only estimate how much ETH will be needed for transactions to be processed, a guessing game that has spawned sites such as ETH Gas Station to help people know how much to pay. EIP 1559, which will be part of an upgrade in July or August, will embed an average price into the network itself, making the guessing game obsolete. The reduced supply of Ethereum will likely lead to rising prices as demand for the coin increases, says Eric Turner, director of research at Messari, a cryptocurrency analytics firm. This is probably one of the biggest milestones we've seen recently, he said. Until EIP 559 goes into effect after being approved Friday, the supply of ETH will theoretically infinite, leading to criticism that its underlying monetary supply was weak and inflationary. Now they're actually controlling inflation on Ethereum, and in some cases you're looking at negative inflation, so it's definitely important. ETH has seen already incredible price gain in the past 12 months, along with Bitcoin and other digital assets. Ethereum has risen about 560% in the past year, while Bitcoin is up 430%, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Unlike Ether, Bitcoin has since its start in 2009 a fixed supply of 21 million coins that will ever be created. That difference has led to critics of Ethereum to say it shouldn't be viewed as a similar digital currency as Bitcoin. Tim Becko, a senior product manager at CoinSensus, who's leading the protocol team implementing EIP 559, compared the current fee environment in Ethereum as a gas station where each of the four pumps has a different price. Going forward, we'll gauge demand for the network and we'll put the average price as part of the network itself. Now, it doesn't mean that the fees for ETH are going down, though. We might even see the fees for ETH go up. So that's interesting. I watch this guy a lot. The picture of who this guy is. But I like this dude. He does sell stuff, though. It's probably an ad. He tries to kind of scare you into buying his ads, but that's kind of his idea. But he has an amazing documentary on China. I don't know his name, but remember his face. This guy's face here. This guy right here. This guy's an interesting guy. I'll get into it maybe, and I'll break down who he is and what goes on. Microsoft attacked, so that's weird. Microsoft attack blame on China morphs into global crisis. A sophisticated attack on Microsoft Corp. Damn, I wanted to read that. They got me. Yellen sees U.S. labor market being back on track by next year. Please. Yellen says stimulus unlikely to cause inflation problem. Well, how? CDC loosen rules for vaccinated people, but discourages travel. USA coronavirus cases post slowest spread since pandemic began. New York City will reopen high schools on March 22nd. There you go. I can't wait for life to go back to normal, man. I really can't. Like, this has been insane. Did they sell enough vaccines yet, right? Anyway, New York State needs way better regulation. Way better regulation, for sure. Guaranteed, man. Guaranteed, right? I heard a long stripe, and it seems Atom currently needs to compete with a lot of other networks like DOT and ADA. No, Atom does not compete with DOT and ADA. Not even close. Atom is a hub. Nothing else is like Atom in the entire game. So you have misread yourself. Atom is unique in what it does. Research Atom and realize it is not even closely competing with DOT and ADA at all. It actually is going to be implemented in them. It's going to help you take any blockchain, old or new, and combine it into a hub and use it as a connection. The Atom has something completely different going for it. So it's really not competing with DOT and ADA at all, in my opinion. And again, not all these coins have to compete. They can all live in the same ecosystem and be beautiful together. So remember that, right? Remember that. Okay, so. All right. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at Bitcoin news. Bitcoin holding 50,900. Doing really, really well. And about to break out. It's looking pretty bullish to me. 4 hour actually is getting oversold though. It says we might get a one push up, go sideways, and then we're going to reset. The daily looking really nice. The daily hasn't had the MACD cross yet, and we're actually coming out of the bearish momentum, and we're about to have a push up. So right now the daily is suggesting that we get all the way up somewhere into the $75,000 region. So another 50% gain coming for Bitcoin not too long from now. I said it here first, man, and I've been making these calls for months now, and I've been pretty spot on with my overall predictions. So just remember, I'm calling for a $75,000 Bitcoin. I was one of the first people to ever call for a $54,000 Bitcoin. And one thing I do on this channel is I go on limbs that if I was wrong, my channel would look ridiculous. Like, people would laugh at me. And I go all the way out to say, hey, you know, this is possible, right? Oil billionaire Kjell Inc. Roki comes out strongly in favor of Bitcoin with multi-million-dollar investment. Norwegian investor Kjell Inc. Roki has joined a group of list of billionaires investing in Bitcoin. Roki, who is the second richest person in Norway, launched a new company today to invest in Bitcoin and blockchain. Roki is one of Norway's foremost investors with interest in oil and gas, engineering, fishing, and construction. His majority-owned firm, Aker ASA, announced earlier today that it has set up a new unit, CTS. The unit will have NOK 58 million in initial capital and will keep its liquid investments assets in Bitcoin. Norwegian billionaire Kjell Inc. Roke has purchased 60 million in Bitcoin. The direction is clear. Finance will be disrupted as surely as fossil fuels will be. The question is if not if, but when. The billionaire, whose Forbes describes as the ruthless corporate raider, backed Bitcoin to soar in the near future. In a letter to shareholders, Ruku revealed that he intends to become a long-time holder. First, we will use Bitcoin as our treasury asset and join the community. In Bitcoin speak, we will be holders. We will be different but additive, he stated. He also intends to invest in Bitcoin mining, taking advantage of the intermittent electricity without stable demand. Roku certainly has all the experience he needs in the sector, with his company being a giant in oil, gas, and renewable energy. Third, he intends to build and invest in companies in the Bitcoin ecosystem. While he admits that Bitcoin is still a risky investment, he believes its success is inevitable. Bitcoin may still go to zero, but it can also become the core of its new monetary architecture. So if one Bitcoin may be worth millions of dollars, people who know the most about Bitcoin believe its future success is nearly inevitable. One more billionaire joins the BTC camp. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Roku has started partnering with companies operating in the Bitcoin space. Today, it joined hands with Blockstream, a global leader in Bitcoin and blockchain technology, led by the renowned Adam Back. The partnership will initially focus on mining operations before expanding to other areas. Pretty insane, right? Pretty insane. Wow. Nearly half of Goldman Sachs clients have been exposed to Bitcoin. Goldman Sachs, the major American financial giant, has again reiterated its stance to create a cryptocurrency trading desk, as figures show that 40% of its clients have reportedly had exposure to the cryptocurrency asset in some shape or form. Bitcoin tech company raises $200 million. Okay. Bitcoin tech company NYDIG raises $200 million. NYDIG's all-in-one institutional solution to Bitcoin has raised $200 million. A subsidiary of Stone Ridge, an alternative asset management with $10 billion in AUM. Stone Ridge bought 10,000 Bitcoin last year for $100 million, now worth $500 million. NYDG itself manages $3 billion in assets and operates a platform designed for institutional management. Now, a lot of people say Bitcoin has no value, and this is interesting. Anyway, so New York D itself manages $3 billion in assets, operates a platform designed for institutional management and trade of Bitcoin, among other technological services. The firm also operates crypto custody, advisory services, and AML KYC services. Binance Smart Chain DeFi project hacked for $31 million. What was that? Was that ramen? Meerkat Finance has allegedly run off with more than $31 million in a bold hack. A yield farming project has been hacked for $31 million. Their website, Twitter account, and channel are all down, suggesting a rug pull by the creators. The hackers are using DeFi avenues to move the stolen funds. The BNB BUS yield farming Vault 1 of the DeFi application Meerkat, a clone of Yearn Finance on Binance Smart Chain, was drained for $31 million this morning. Yeah, that wasn't today. That was 4 days ago. But damn, man. So watch this DeFi stuff, man. You know, you're better off just trading. I kind of dabbled in it for a little while. I did all right, but it is very risky. And it's almost like worth just kind of like, you put $200 to $300 in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You don't put any more than that, right? And you try to turn it into like $1,000 and get out. That's it. To me, that's it. You don't start putting 10, 20, 30 grand in these things. You really don't. And if it's not audited, at least you just don't get into it, right? Don't get into it. I did talk about permanent loss on my channel. I made a video about it, so I want you guys to understand that there's extreme risk with these crazy high, high returns, right? These APYs. Bitcoin is accelerating and replacing gold as a store of value, Bloomberg's Mike McGlone. And he doesn't like to say this stuff, right? Mike McGlone's pretty on point, man. Bloomberg's prominent expert, Mike McGlone, has taken to Twitter to share that according to his data, investors are quickly switching from buying gold to buying Bitcoin, preferring it as a store of value. Mike McGlone shared a screenshot of a chart showing that since 2017, investors have been more and more frequently choosing Bitcoin over gold when it comes to selecting a store of value. Digital gold, pushing aside the old guard. Gold will always have a place in jewelry and coin collections, but most indicators point to an accelerating pace of Bitcoin replacing the metal as a store of value. And it's sad to say, I mean, I'm someone that's been a gold bug for a long time, but to see gold back to 1700 and Bitcoin pumping is suggesting that there is an inverse relationship here and something is going to happen. I don't know if you caught it, but Brad Garlinghouse filed a motion to dismiss the SEC lawsuit. Yeah, that lawsuit is garbage. And I even see someone who formerly worked for the SEC saying that that it is garbage. So Bitcoin replacing gold. Galaxy Digital has an ETF to launch on the TSX. The Bitcoin market has been highly lucrative investment opportunity for many investors, and the crypto business and around the world are trying to capitalize on this interest. And the latest move by Galaxy Digital Capital Management, a subsidiary of financial services and investment management company Galaxy Digital. The company announced its CI Galaxy Digital ETF to start this week. According to the announcement, the Bitcoin ETF will go live on the Canadian market on March 9th. The firm will join the Toronto Stock Exchange as one of the pioneering ETF products in North America, while the United States awaits regulatory clarity for approval of ETFs. We believe in the emerging digital asset class presents compelling growth and diversification opportunities. The CL Galaxy Digital Galaxy Bitcoin ETF offers a simple and secure access point for traditional investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin. So there we go. There we go. Amazing, guys. We have a lot of news. 62 people, 62 likes. Could we get the likes up to 100? I guess we couldn't. Thoughts on Delta Badger, dollar cost averaging automated Bitcoin purchases. Delta Badger. Could you check out Wealth Locks? New project started yesterday. Wealth Locks. Wealth Locks on CoinGecko. All right. Wealth Locks for $20, up 73% today. All right. In the last 24 hours, just came out. Can't even find the market cap. Only 452,000 in volume. Let's take a look at its website. It is on the Binance Smart Chain. Wealth Locks. Total price, market cap. Market cap sitting at 1.2 million. I mean, that's where you, wow. That's where you want to get in, man. Anything below 10 million, that gets me really excited. It gets me very excited. Time locked. Any project can lock their tokens for a specific period of time, giving their investors confidence. Security. There are three main functions. Transfer fee. There will be 1% transaction for every transaction on Wealth Lock, which gets proportionally distributed among holders automatically, similar to the RFI. Seller fees. There will be an extra added fee of 1% for sells on PancakeSwap. This added fee increases by 1% with each sell and goes up to a maximum of 5%. After maximum, it again resets to 1%. The fee amount gets collected in the next vault until transferred to new upcoming buyers. Interesting. The lockup. All coins are locked up in our audited smart contract and can only be withdrawn by you after lock time expires. No locked coins. Interesting. Interesting. And this is on the Binance Smart Chain? Yeah, it looks like it is when we go to CoinGecko, right? BSC, scan, explorers, right? Wow. $20 a coin, up 71% today alone. Damn. You could have got it 12 hours ago at $8. This thing has already done a beautiful 100% gain very, very fast. Interesting. Do they have a Telegram group? I like to join the Telegrams. That's what I do. And that's how you really learn what's going on. How do we join? BSC News. This is pretty interesting too. Don't forget about ETH. Wow, there's so much going on. Wealth Locks, Binance Smart Chain. Interesting, man. There's so many new things coming out every single day. It's like you have to be on this all the time, man. PayPal confirms Curve acquisition. It's a big deal. PayPal is committed to advancing cryptocurrencies. PayPal confirmed that it's going to acquire Israeli cryptocurrency custody provider Curve in the first half of 2021. It's a big deal, man. Yes, only 100 supply. This is crazy, man. So if we go to a PancakeSwap, let's take a look at PancakeSwap. And just so you guys know, the show is ending. We're out of here in about 5 to 10 minutes. I know it's sad. 9:30 to 11:30 every morning. We whip you. Sundays, sometimes I go on for the weekly candle close. Sometimes I don't. I usually don't miss a day, though. This weekend, I was just a little tired. You can make a lot of money with ERC20 and BEEP20 coins. How? I like when people say you can make a lot of money, but how? Explain. Show us how to make that money. Let's take a look at what's going on. Bro, what do you think of Everest ID? I've seen loads of attention towards this coin and people are aping in. The concept is also very interesting with strong fundamentals. Everest, never heard of it. Never heard of it. This is why I do this live stream. Every day you guys are hitting me with stuff. Everest. Strong fundamentals. Shout out to Kango Dai-Fi. Thank you so much for getting on in there. Okay, let's take a look now. What do we see happening here? Also, like, I bought a lot of BNB and it was doing great. And it's like, then I spread it about all these farms and pools. I don't even know where it is anymore. You know, you start wondering, like, where's my BNB? You know, should I have just stacked my BNB and forgot about all this nonsense? You know, so I went a little ape into it. I did a bunch of different ones just to kind of figure out what was going on. So here, I just want to find out what's going on with this token here. and I want to see if we can purchase it. This wealth. There it is. Took a minute to come up. Just want to see what I can get for BSD, how much it costs. I got $12. Nothing. $85 burger. Big gift tanked on us too. That was a mess. That thing went into zero. So how many things went down to the tubes? I mean, smoke, B gift, it all went down. It all went down. Only thing holding really hard is bake and cake, but they're completely different projects, I in my opinion. And I think Burger Swap is also a big project too. The latest tweets from I built smart contracts, wealth. All right, well, shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you're new to the channel, if you're not sure what we do here, if you're not sure what's going on, because every day we get some new people, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video, and hit the like button. Also, leave a comment. I absolutely love reading the comments. We're at 2,360 subscribers. We want to get to 10,000 pretty fast, and I believe we can. I believe we can. Now, here are the links. Join my Patreon. That's where I'm going to be doing exclusive updates, helping you guys, making some videos. Join my Telegram as well. My Telegram is where we have multiple rooms in the Telegram. The Telegram is really interesting because we have the admin room where my admins and me kind of learn and talk with each other. We have the Crypto Lifer Trading Room. This is where you first join and jump in. People have conversations. I try not to get it too heady. Mainly, I want it to be on coins. What's the next coin? Helping each other out. If you have an issue, if something's wrong, come on it. Then we have the charts and calls only. These are just the calls. No one's allowed to even comment in here. You just go from chart to chart to chart. Write them down. Put them in your book. You know, take a call or two. This is how you end up being able to pay for the Patreon. This call. Then you get into, so basically you start here. You take free calls. The free calls make you money. You then donate to the Patreon. The Patreon then gives you even more insight. And that's how you grow. So we basically make you the money that helps you join the Patreon. And that's what we expect. We expect you to join here for free and learn how to make money for free. Okay. Now it's all here for you. Everything I put in here. And then we also have the billboard. This is where I talk about coins that are coming up. Like these are coming up. Key Tango, ETHBox, Cook, Crypto Novel, Cash Tech, Polka Foundry, Labs, Leprechaun. Big things coming here. Key Tango, another name in here. All right. Crypto Nove. These are live pre-sales, right, on the incubator. So DuckDAO, really, anything that ever went through DuckDAO ends up really, really nice. So someone asked me to go over Bondly. I forgot to do that. So we'll do a final last bonus, and we'll go over Bondly, and then we're going to hit it for the rest of the day. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I appreciate it. Bondly holding that 41 area, 42 area. I really like Bondly right here at about $40 on the dot. I believe it's the bottom for Bondly. And I'm going to still continue to push this. You have hidden bullish divergence here. Really strong on Bondly. Only a matter of time till it begins to break out. Funny, it didn't pump on that news with Logan Paul. Didn't pump on that news with Tory Lanez. You'd think it would have had a bigger of a pump. I think that's going to start to get kind of valued in. To me, undervalued coin. Bondly. I see Bondly breaking out of this falling wedge and breaking all the way back up to $1. And once Bondly's above $1, it's gone. So, well, I have to hold it for almost a year now, but would like to do some trading. What is Wrath staking pool, Supreme K? Anyone else have issues seeing assets on KuCoin transferred something, but it doesn't show up? I've never heard of that. That's not right. Something's not going on. Everest is a solid project with utility. I've been doing some research on it, and it seems cool. Where do you guys do your research? Where are you learning about all this stuff? Goose has been going up, and it's been audited. Seems more legit than stuff like Smoke and B-Day. I agree. I like Goose. It has double layers and has double audits, too. 75% of my portfolio is BTC and ETH. Do I need to accumulate more alts? Well, if you took like half of your Bitcoin and put it in some alts, you'd probably end up making more Bitcoin. That's just the facts of life. You know, again, don't do anything I tell you to do, but that's just Bondly, man. So guys, where do you find this information? What do you think is more effective, the 1 hour session or the Patreon group? You need the 1 hour session, man. Me personally, I learn one-on-one. So that's why I offer the one-on-one session, because I don't learn well with like hundreds of videos coming at me, and I need someone to sit me down, focus me, teach me how to follow the right way. That's how I need, you know. I believe one session, $100 an hour, you should be able to take a call here. Like, I pump out these calls. Once the market gets good, you easily make the money for the session, easily make the money for the Patreon. It's simple. I'm not saying it's simple, but you'll see it happen. I mean, as long as you're patient. Like, if you went through today, I talked about many, many coins. I showed you 1 inch. I showed you many, many things that you could be getting into and holding for the next few months. And they're probably going to play out very, 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 very well. So, yeah. Yeah, both, right? Yeah. What do you think's more effective? Yeah. CoinGecko, when I read all the white papers. And so you go to CoinGecko and you can see new coins, right? DeFi, NFT, top 100 DeFi coins by market cap. Aave up in the spot. Chainlink, Uniswap. Uniswap in number 1, man. Look at that. 17 million in market cap. Terra, which is Luna, up in the spot. Synthetics. Synthetics is going to be big, man. It's sleeping. Between 16 and 20, it's sleeping. Like, I think it's just going to go on a tear one day to 200, and people are going to be like, what happened? The graph up in there, Sushi Compound. Like, look, Pancake Swap. You're in finance, so I'm just saying, man, you want to be in DeFi. It's going to run, man. Kyber Network, Nexus Mutual, Origin Protocol, Band up in the place. Back up to 14, up 20% in 7 days. What's the biggest gainer in here? 140%, the Rary Governance Token. Alchemix, Bancor, up in the spot. BCX right there. Saffron, Teller, PN Network, PNT, Balancer, Kava, DForce, UMA, Augur. They're all up in there, man. Gnosis, Serum Labs, SRM. I talked about Serum yesterday. Some guys were saying, it's not that great. It's going to pump, man. It's going to pump. I always have that window open fresh every 15 minutes. This one here, or which one is it? Well, I'm always paying attention to CoinGecko new tokens, the coin market cap, and Twitter. That's the best way to research. At least it works for me. I'm always finding new projects. Where are the new tokens, though? Resources, crypto, newsletter, methodology, request form, exchanges, portfolio. You can put your whole portfolio. Coins. I want to see high volume, large movers, categories. Recently added. I get you. Bam. Ape Tools, Gambit, Kango, XTC Chains, Eternity. I like that. I like that. So every day we should go over the recently added coins, kind of added to the list. Wildfire, Octatree. Start learning what Fusible, Dex Chain. There's something every day. Dark.build. Look at this stuff. My goodness, it does not stop every single day. Ape Tools, right? Shout out to everyone here on the live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Yield tab, FTB, yield. Coin market cap, yield tab. Yeah, you go to there too. So you also go to coin market cap. Hit DeFi projects, new projects. Recently added. Salt Swap, Pando, Space Cowboy, Wealth Locks. So see, there's Wealth Locks. Just got up in the spot, man. Very small amount of volume on the Binance coin today. Bogged Finance. Bogged is hitting me up. You guys were talking about Bog yesterday. Big Data Protocol. Big Alpha. Kai Lin up in the spot. Kai Lin came out at 71 cents. So, Balfa. Siren. NFT Index. Now, this NFTY too. NFT Yield. NFY. Non-fungible Yearn. This thing exploded. I was put on my radar a couple days ago, and I didn't take the bait. I didn't take the bait. Someone talked about it maybe somewhere around March 3rd or 4th, somewhere around here when it was about $40 a coin. Wow, this thing went up hard. CoinGecko has the best updated coins. Coin market cap does not. I agree. We're going to see a major lending protocol blast after the next cycle pump. They need to grab some of that Binance flow, money flow, right? I'm very bullish in Wealth Locks. Going to keep researching to see what's going on. Wow, Kylan is a good project on Polkadot. Yeah, no, I agree too. Yeah, I really love the feedback, guys. My new group, like I've noticed like the new wave of people that are coming into the channel. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Like we're really keeping the energy going. I'm really loving it. All right, guys, I'm going to have to call it a day. I'm so sorry. We had a blast though, all the way, man. If I could, I would stream all day long, 10 hours a day. So it's your last chance to get into some Bitcoin. So shout out to everyone here, man. Shout out to Shawnee Bitcoin. I'm going to shout out to Shawnee Bitcoin, my dude. Me and Shawnee are going to be doing some collaborations coming up. So shout out to everyone. Shawnee Bitcoin.
Back with another cryptocurrency.
This is Shawnee right here.
Update. Today, I just want to express my gratitude for all of the supporters on the Shawnee Bitcoin's generational wealth movement. If you guys are subscribed.
Love this dude. I like what he's doing. I like to see a young kid getting his thing out from Miami Beach. Shout out to Shawnee Bitcoin up in the spot. I'm going to be doing an interview with Shawnee. I'm also going to be doing an interview with Crypto Love. Okay, me and Crypto Love have decided to do a little bit of a collaboration too. So shout out to Crypto Love. Shout out to Shawnee Bitcoins as we grow the channel and we want to mix and match with everyone out there. Thank you guys so much for coming into the live stream. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. And together we will say the mantra, crypto is life. Ready, guys? We're going to count. If you're new to the channel, we're going to say 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. Ready? Have a sick day, man. Thanks a lot for the streams. Keep it up, dude. Best crypto YouTuber around. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And 1, a 2, and a 3. Crypto is life. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining into the live. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. on the next live stream.